What up, motherfuckers?
Hey, guys. All right, so before we get into it, of course, as usual, a little word from our sponsors. Of course, there's Laughable, the one and only app where you can favorite not only your favorite podcasts, but also your favorite artists. You can keep up to date with tour dates. Did you know that? You can keep up to tour dates with like your favorite comedians that are on there. But the greatest thing about Laughable is that it's not only about comedians. Like there's all sorts of fucking podcasts on there, like us. We're on there.
We're a comedic podcast.
You know what I'm saying?
And hell, if your favorite podcast isn't on Laughable, shoot them an email. They'll add it.
That's true, actually. It's very true. We love Laughable. The latest version right now, you can turn on your push notifications and things will pop up letting you know when your favorite podcast or artist has something new. And of course, if you don't have an iPhone, because unfortunately it's not out for Android yet.
It's coming. I promise it's coming.
Soon. But if the case is that you don't have it, or you don't like listening on a fantastic app like Laughable, there's other ways you can listen to us. And Slayer, how can they listen to us?
Well, they can stalk us at my apartment. They can just hang out outside with signs. A much more practical way to hear us is DemonSeedRadioNetwork.com at 8:15 Eastern, 5:15 Pacific, every fucking Thursday after this shit airs on Laughable. And the re-airs on Friday nights.
I think it's the first time you got the time right.
It will never happen again. Don't worry. I will fuck this up forever.
Well, this week's episode, we've got Eric from METHsyndicate. He is the guest on our show today talking about METHsyndicate clothing brand, how he started. He's been around, 5 years, he was saying?
5 years he's been doing the brand. He's formerly a member of a couple hardcore bands. He's from Boston. He's a good dude.
Boston.
He's my fucking neighbor.
He is your neighbor. He could walk here.
Yeah, actually, I may hit him up when we're done doing this and roll over to his place.
Oh, shit, there you go. Damn, man. Well, hope you guys enjoy this show. There's a lot of drinking going on, a lot of talks of stuff and things.
Stuff and things and stuff.
And stuff.
We may have been drinking before we cut this.
Ah, shit. Enjoy the show, guys.
Ha ha ha. We were kidding about just listening to the show. Before we do that, Cruz has a very important message.
That's right, guys, because tomorrow, and on Saturday, I will be dancing in Las Vegas, September 1 and 2, Labor Day weekend at Little Darlings. Asian Invasion coming at you guys. Me, Marika Hase, and London Keys. 2 shows each night, so you better come out and give me your money.
And if you're bored on Mondays, you should check out Cruz's other fucking show, Advanced Cruise Control,
where Steve Vance, who is a fucking guest on this show, he's my new roommate. I think you guys already knew that. He and I have a nerdcast where we talk about video games, comic books, pro wrestling, all that kind of shit. So
it's safe for work.
So if you like listening to the debauchery on this show, if you want to nerd it out a little bit, check out Advanced Cruise Control.
Now that you've done that, listen to our fucking... Just keep listening. God damn it.
Yeah, just keep listening.
As Cruz is still changing around her filter.
Sorry. Can you hear me now? Good? Yeah?
Definitely.
Okay.
Oh, we're recording, by the way.
Oh, cool. There we go.
Cheers, everyone. First cheers of the show.
It's on my, yeah.
Chaz.
Awesome.
Let me see what you're working with here.
It's METHsyndicate approved.
There we go. Now we gotta redo it. Sorry. Sorry, I'm putting it on. You know what? You gotta send me the photo you took earlier.
Oh, yeah, for sure. No,
for sure.
Totally.
Totally
right,
done.
Fuck it. What's up? Sorry. Cool.
It's all good. So, holy shit. What's been going on, man? I haven't seen you since the party.
Busy. Get in there? Yeah. Sorry, I'm not good at this shit.
No worries.
Been busy, man. Just releasing a lot of stuff and shipping and packing. So it's a 1.5 man operation. So it's me and my girlfriend who helps with the packing side of it. So
She's your shipping and receiving?
no. I do it mostly. I'm a piece of shit. She drives me around and helps me not fucking have meltdowns every day of my life. So 1.5 man operation.
Fucking new designs rolling out? I see shit from you guys all the time.
Yeah, we just did a corn hat that's spelled with a C. Trying to get sued on that one. So those just shipped out, and we just did a stupid Creed shirt as well. But there's always the main shirts and pins that sell, and then we always try to stay creative and just release shit at least a couple times a month. Just it's so competitive in 2017. You can't I compare everything I do to music, and you can't have a hit single anymore. You got to fucking have a hit single of the week. So you gotta stay on top of it, or you're just gonna get drowned out.
Yeah, everyone's got such a short attention span. Everyone's trying to compete with you.
Yeah, it's hard, man. Especially being a 32-year-old. It's like I don't want to have to do that. I'm like, man, I just want to chill and do whatever. And the fucking competition is brutal. Everyone's on their phones, creating, ripping people off, doing whatever. So you got to make sure you're ahead of the game. It's nuts.
So you order the silk screens, or you actually silk screen the shit yourself?
I don't silk screen myself. We started about 5 years ago in a buddy of mine. So I was in a hardcore band for 10 years called The Confrontation, and I did all the merch. And then when I was moving to LA. Prior to that, we were kind of breaking up, and I was like, I love doing the merch because I was the singer. I had no talents except to yell and get drunk. So I'm like, well, at least
those are talents.
Yeah.
I mean, if those aren't talents, I don't know how we have an audience.
True.
It's really just her.
Yeah, I don't know. I just I wanted to keep making merch, so it spawned from that, for real.
That's fucking
That's
awesome.
very cool. And you have a lot of shit from like apparel to like pins and stuff, isn't that right?
Yeah, so we started as a t-shirt company. And when Patch Game started, I don't know if you've seen that Instagram. It's like kind of the Instagram that launched the explosion of enamel pins and patches and the resurgence of all that shit. I was in a band with Johnny Cupcakes for a while. He has a humongous company. I'm really proud of the kid. But we were talking one day. He's like, what do you think about enamel pins? This is about 2.5 years ago, right when the shit started coming about. And I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I should do a couple. And we went for it, and then it started growing and growing and growing. And then next thing I know, we were one of the first cats to, be in that game. And now there's like 5,000 other companies. So we got our dibs on like a lot of cool shit like Beetlejuice and Charles Manson and all the stuff I wanted to do.
I like the one that has Evil Dead,
Yeah, I did I did an Ash one initially. And this is early on. You learn from your mistakes, but I received them and they all had googly eyes. They straight up look like Corky from Life
really?
Goes On.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and I know what to do. So I just sold them, and like no one really complained, but now I would never do that now. But people are like,
But now they're limited edition. What the
that's
hell?
what I'm saying. So like when I live stream or whatever and I make that joke about that, people are like, no, I got the stupid ass fucking pin you released. Like it's so stupid. So we actually had to do another Ash pin to make up for it, which just says Groovy from Army of Darkness. But yeah, it's nuts, man.
It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
No, I like it. I like the one that's from Sounds of Lambs too, where it says "I'd fuck me."
Yeah, we're in our second version of that now. It's funny that shirt. So that's "I'd fuck me," and the first one was initially supposed to be written in cum. That's why it's all goopy. But it's funny. People buy that pin out of being a fan of the Silence of the Lambs and out of ego because they just want a pin that says
I'd fuck me,
which is great. So it works double for me. Fucking whatever. But that's probably our highest selling pin.
That makes a lot of fucking sense. You mostly shipping in Hollywood for those? Fucking egomaniacs?
So we sell internationally all day or whatever, but I've gotten 4 orders on my fucking street alone.
Oh my god!
Which is weird, and me and Rebecca were doing. Rebecca's my girlfriend. You might know her from the Instagram, but we were doing a photo shoot on our street for some like stupid shit, and someone was like, "I watched you take this photo," and I'm like,
Fucking creepy.
"Yeah." And if you're
really
listening, I'm
creepy.
sorry, but I was like, I don't know, like that was just a little weird, but yeah, someone on the street just watched us. I was like, you should have said hi at least or something. Like, you can come up and say hi, that's fine. But like when you message me later in the day and you're like, I watched this happen, I'm like, ugh,
Yeah, that's uber
God.
creepy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you watch what apartment I walked back into? Like, what the fuck?
Dude, I gotta get a PO box soon.
Oh yeah, you're still shipping. Oh god.
I know. Well, it's just like it's very DIY. METHsyndicate is very DIY, and I hold it to a punk rock aesthetic, and like I hand write stuff. Like it's just band merch to me at an older age, but now the shit is really, really, really growing, and like I'm so immature. I'm like trying to figure out how to pull this off correctly, but like. I mean, I'm humbled. People recognize me and shit, but I'm also like a little reclusive. So I'm like, all right, we got to figure this out so I don't get too freaked out.
Yeah, just roll to a UPS store, get a PO box there.
Yeah, we'll figure something out. But I like going downstairs in my underwear and getting my mail. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It's whatever, but...
Well, now you're really going to get stalkers. They're going to be waiting for you to come out in your underwear.
Well,
Oh, God.
We went to Warped Tour. We sponsored this band, the Acacia Strain, for Warped Tour.
Nice.
They wore our shirts every day. Tons of people were asking where you get this shirt. A lot of people were like, where do I get that band shirt? And he's like, it's a fucking company, whatever. But we got drunk on Saturday at Warped Tour, and I'm like, man, I'm getting punished in the audience by like drunk 20-year-olds coming up, which, like I said, is cool as shit. But the Vince, the singer of Acacia Strain, was like, well, you're wearing your fucking own hat and T-shirt, man. Like, what the fuck do you expect? And I'm like, being a ham and reclusive is like a very weird thin line. Yeah, I was just like, I guess it's my fault. Like, I have my fucking symbol on my forehead.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, I can't believe people are coming.
I can't believe people recognize me from all my social media and my advertising right on my head. How did this happen?
I know. It's fucked. But it's awesome. It really is cool.
Hey, I'm happy people still don't recognize me in public. She gets fucking recognized all the time.
Yeah, Comic-Con was the worst. I can't walk 5 feet without someone coming up to me in or out of costume. But like, or in general, like, I'll be at the grocery store with, like looking like shit. And someone will come up to me, I have my sunglasses on, trying to be like, I can't even be like incognito. Someone will still recognize me if I'm trying to be incognito.
I'm going to take tips from you. I'm a fucking...
Yeah, like I'll put big sunglasses on, and then someone will still come up to me and be like, oh, excuse me, Ms. Cruz. I just wanted to let you know that I thought you were awesome on Howard Stern. And I'm like... Okay. Yeah. I'm just trying to buy some fucking milk. Okay.
Do you honestly think that was their favorite part about you? Was
no,
the time
absolutely not. Absolutely not. Sometimes
the time you're on Howard Stern is their favorite part about you.
No. I think that's just a way for them to be like, oh, how do I say something to this chick?
That's the entry level. Like, what up? Like, and it's cool. Like, I've made a lot of friends in the DMs or whatever that are actually cool fucking people.
Yeah, for sure.
I've had a dude come up from Australia. He was like, hey. I don't know if you have a store out here, but I'd love to buy some merch. And I'm like, I don't, man, because having a store in 2017 is dumb as shit because the internet exists. But where you stay? And he was like, oh, the hotel over there. I'm not going to say any addresses because we're recording, but over there. And I was like, I'm right behind you, man. I was like, I scoped his profile for a minute and was like, okay, he's not a Punisher. Come over, man. Kid bought $100 worth of shit. And I was like, have a beer. And sat down in the house. He sees online all day. And I'm like, what are you doing tonight? He's like, oh, me and my mate are going to go drinking. And I was like, where at, dog? And he's like, I don't know. And I was like, let's go fucking drink.
That's awesome.
Like, just brought him out. And the kid was stoked. He still buys tons of shit and supports us. And like,
that's fucking awesome.
That's fucking
But there's
rad.
also the people that are just awful.
Well, I was going to say the whole thing about like I saw this photo shoot happen. Did I ever talk about this on the podcast before? About the time I was driving from LA to Vegas and a fan took pictures of me while I was at a fast food restaurant doing a pit stop, did I ever share this on that podcast?
Fuck no.
Okay.
I would have remembered that shit.
I'll share this story now then because it kind of goes with what you were just saying. So I'm with an ex-boyfriend of mine. We're driving from Los Angeles to Las Vegas, and like everybody does, you make a pit stop.
I hate that fucking drive, by the way.
Yeah, and we're at like a McDonald's or some shit. And I happened to be sitting down while my boyfriend went to go use the restroom. And fast forward to like a couple hours later, I get this email from this dude. And on the subject line, it said, you even look hot, ... And then when I opened the email, it says, ... eating French fries. And then he attached 4 or 5 pictures of me. Like, you can eat the way he prop the picture. You know how in McDonald's they have the little bars and stuff like that separates the different seats and stuff. Yeah. He was hiding behind one of those
Creeping
things
over it?
and taking pictures because you can tell.
And then sent them to you.
And then sent them to me. And
You think that you would send that to your homie? and be like, yo,
yeah,
check it. Like,
he sent them to me.
You
and
gotta
it-
be fucking mental.
And it was even the context of the way he wrote it. Like, you even look hot eating French fries. I'm like, that's creepy, bro. You know what I mean? Like, and then attached the pictures, and then started saying stuff like, I swear I wasn't following you. I was already there when you arrived with
no
whatever,
shit,
you know?
fucking idiot.
Yeah, and and then like all this other shit, and then to end the email, he starts trying to like sell me on his business or whatever. Yeah, by the way, I'm doing this, and if you want to do business, I'm like, okay, bro, you just sent me pictures of myself stuffing my face with French fries. Okay, first of all, hidden behind a thing where he was almost like, you know, like obviously being sneaky.
I can't imagine.
And when I saw the pictures, like, this is really fucking creepy. Like, I would rather someone come up to me and just be like, hey, hi, like your work, whatever. And that's probably by far the creepiest fucking...
Yeah, that's super creepy. It would be less creepy if he rolled up to you, like, hands still covered in lube, be like, I just jerked off to you.
Yeah,
In
that
the
would be
McDonald's
less
bathroom.
creepy.
Yeah.
But to
Yeah.
send pictures to me, he didn't even bother to just be like, hey, I saw you at McDonald's. Like, he sent me pictures. Like, that's fucking creepy.
I can't even imagine. Like, people like me on a different level, it's not like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a weird mentality for your line of work that is way fucking
No.
more sketchy.
No, for sure.
When people see me doing like all right or whatever in life, there's always like, you know, I want to be there or whatever, and I get it. And I was there at one point, like, oh, I love your fucking company or your band. Like, I wish I
Sure,
was there,
yeah.
but I'm 32 now. I'm doing it. It's cool. But there's certain people, and like, I had a friend be like, answer your DMs, be nice to people, and just like it'll work out. But if
I respond to fucking everything.
but you can't. You cannot, because if certain people, like I said, I've become friends with certain people. There's certain people that if they're like, hey, like blah blah, here's something funny, like fuck the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and I'm like, haha, yeah, I made that shirt, and then for the next like 2 months, every time they see something Red Hot Chili Peppers related, it's a fucking message instantly, and I'm like, you got it, like. It's
Actually,
cool.
I have to agree with you because there are certain people with certain personalities where if you so much give them any kind of attention, they automatically feel, and we went over this with one of my fans.
Oh, we went over this 2 days ago with that fucking troll.
Yes! Yeah. But like, the trolls aside, I'm talking about like people that are actual like legit fans and stuff. That, like with me especially, because of like we were saying, like I have a, you know, I have a very eclectic fucking straight, you know, my fan base is very varied, you know what I mean? Like
Everything.
It's like everybody and everything. But I'm talking more along the lines of like the creepy ones, right? Like if I so much say hi, okay, I'll just give an example of one fan. I have one fan that saw me live. I did a show somewhere, came and saw me, and of course I remembered him because he had a very distinct thing about him. I don't want to say it on the air. He seems to think that just because I remembered him, that we kind of have like a relationship now, right? And this goes with other people too, where if you say, it could be anything as simple as hi. Oh my God, she said hi to me. Now we're like in a relationship and shit. There's this other guy who did this to another girl where he just because he would go to all of her dance tours and stuff like that, shows or whatever. And she remembered him because obviously you've been to all my shows. I remember who you are.
Well, yeah, you tend to remember the ATM that gives you money.
Yeah. He was under the impression that there was like something romantic going on, even though they never did anything. She
Is that
never.
a white dude?
No, this is the one
shit.
that I'm
Okay,
talking
that's
about. The
pretty-
one I'm talking about specifically is Asian.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he went as far as to change his relationship status on Facebook to in a relationship.
See, that's fucked up, man. That's like
Yeah.
That's
why
fucking delusional.
I rarely leave the house. Like Matt invited me over last night, and I didn't want to leave the house.
Yeah. Well,
And you have to go all of like 10 feet.
yeah. But no, that's the thing. Like a lot of
weird.
people, you just say it depends on. It could be something as simple as hi. Like I said, you say one fucking thing, they turn it around like, oh my God, this person gave me the time of day.
It's hard.
We're
yeah.
tight now, you know.
I had one dude like I said, like we all started from some spot and grew our business or whatever we do to a level. So there's like a mentality where you know where they're coming from, and you can't be mean to people. But like, there's just certain like I can't respond to every fucking message, or especially when I'm posting funny videos and everyone's like, oh, I fucking love that. Have you heard of blah blah blah? I can't just talk to you, and I'm busy. Like, I know I do a lot of fun shit on the internet, but I am working in between that, and I find time to do fun shit. One dude asked me where I got some fucking t-shirt I posted. It was like an anal cunt shirt or something. And I was just like, like eBay, man. I don't fucking know. Like, go, like just Google it. Like, Google fucking anal cunt t-shirt. You'll find it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
And I didn't respond because I'm like, I'm busy or I'm out or doing whatever.
Yeah.
I don't. My life isn't sitting in my DMs waiting for people to notice me. Like,
Yeah,
my life
yeah.
is running a business and living my life. And
Exactly.
and I didn't respond, and he wrote, "What? Fucking no response. Like, whatever, Hollywood." And I was like, the fact that I live at the bottom of the Hollywood sign is like the most invalid shit ever, because it doesn't even make sense, because you just like, that's like being like, whatever, fucking North Carolina or
Hell.
fucking Raleigh, fucking whatever.
Well, what's funny too is a lot of these people they expect you to to respond in 1.1 second, and it's like, yo, I have, like you were saying, I have a fucking life.
Yeah, it's like,
Like, you know,
I'm not being mean either. It's
No.
just like, this is like Howard Stern. You guys are opening me up here.
Have some more to drink.
By the way, I know you from Howard Stern, right? No, but it's like, I want to be friendly to everyone, really. Like, I do. But, like, it gets to a point where, like, I didn't expect my shit to blow up. I'm a fucking kid from Weymouth, Massachusetts. I did not expect for the shit to work. But you have to hold yourself at a certain higher regard after that shit does happen, because there's a million people who want to get there and they're going to bug you. Like, even, like, I grew up in the hardcore and punk scene. Like, kids that were, like, really fucking mean to me growing up because I was a bit goofy and not like a hard ass. I liked punk, I like hardcore, and I like comedy and being a goofball. And they were always like, oh, he's not hard enough, blah, blah, blah. Now that I'm doing well, these people are like, how's it been, bro? And I'm like, fuck right off with that.
story of
Dude.
my life.
Yeah, how you been? How you been?
I was bullied when I was in school. I was such a quiet nerd, and I like hung out with the outcasts and all the punks and all this shit. And then now, you know, like having gone into the business, you know, I started when I was 18, so this is going on like 14 plus years now. People that never gave me the time, the jocks especially, like all the people in high school.
Oh, that's the fucking
all
worst.
of a sudden they hit me up on Facebook. Hey, you know, I had a crush on you in high school. I'm like, get the fuck out of
No,
here.
you didn't. You watched one of my videos,
You
you
didn't
fucking
even
piece of
know
shit.
that I existed, dude. So go fuck yourself.
Oh yeah, I have people that come out of the woodwork every fucking year, like, yo, bro, can you take me to AVN?
Yeah, exactly. No, and then the chicks, like the dudes want to fuck me, but then the girls that like, one of the girls that bullied me, who was supposed to be my friend, that still bullied me. She had the nerve to tell me everybody is like thinks it's great that we used to be best friends in high school. I'm like, we were not best friends. We were friends, kind of ish, but then you bullied me because it made you feel better about yourself. So technically, like looking back at that, I'm like, why did I allow you to treat me that way? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
you were a fucking dickhead, and you probably tried to fuck all my girlfriends back in the day, and like, fuck yourself, man. Have fun being an old loser.
Yeah,
Your
exactly.
band's done, you're old, and you're a loser. This is like me and Annie's confession podcast.
I know, right? We're like, let's just...
Getting our fucking demons out.
So, Matt, you have to be like the therapist. Okay, so tell us about what it was like being 15 again.
Right? Did he hold you down?
I lost my virginity at 15.
Me too. Same.
There it is.
Wow, I'm the late bloomer here at 16. God damn it.
Disgusting.
I know. I previously told my virginity loss story on here, so's Cruz.
Yeah.
But we'd be curious in yours, Eric.
I was a freshman in high school. I met a girl. It was nice. She was a sweetheart, whatever, but very towny town. Whatever, it was sweet, but we broke
Would
up.
you take her, were you guys dating for a while? Was it a one-night thing?
No, we were dating for a while, but we were kids, so it wasn't like it was nothing. You know what I'm saying? Years later, I went to rent The Office season 1. So this is like years later, like 10 years ago still. To rent The Office at Blockbuster Video, and she was the counter girl, and I was like, oh.
Was it her first time too?
Delivering me a fucking sex.
Yeah, sex.
I thought we were talking Blockbuster Video.
No. I hope they wouldn't put her right on the counter if it was her first fucking day.
It was.
Oh.
It was. I used. Is this podcast sexual?
No, not at all. Never.
I used I didn't know the difference, and I used a fucking Trojan Red, which is unlubricated.
Ooh.
Oh.
And I didn't know the difference, and I remember being like, sex is kind of stupid. It took me like years to like really start banging again.
That sucks.
Yeah. But I love my girlfriend, and I love banging her a ton. And it's 17 years later. I love you, sweetie.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Oh, shit. Okay.
So she stuck through you
Oh my
through the
God,
whole
man.
band times and everything, huh?
No, we've only been dating for 5 years.
Oh, okay.
I'm just talking about losing my virginity on a
Oh, I thought you were.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I'm fucking
I was like,
covering the
damn, you've been
bases.
together for 17 years. Holy shit. Okay.
Imagine that. No, she's 5 years younger than me. I'd be in jail if that was the case.
There's a statute of limitations on that shit, I think.
Not in Boston.
Depends on where.
You guys hear this? There it is.
I made some cocktails.
Made some cocktails. So what is this again?
It's a Kentucky Mule.
Okay, so because I noticed the Moscow Mule-esque cup. What's the difference here?
Bourbon instead of vodka.
And that is a Tennessee thing or Kentucky thing?
Kentucky.
Kentucky. So the only thing bourbon has in difference with whiskey is location, right?
So bourbon has to be.
Oh, yeah, we've talked about this before.
Just
Bourbon has to be aged a minimum of 3 years. It has to be 51 or more % corn, and it has to be aged in a minimum of 3 years in oak barrels, and it has to be no less than 80 proof.
Okay, there you go. That's the Cliff Notes. There you go. You heard it. That's it.
I may drink a bit.
I'm literally drinking a Miller Lite and whatever Matt made me. So you guys see me drinking online. I'm a fucking poser with it. I came over like, what type of whiskey you want? I'm like, whatever bottle you have. 80 of them, dude.
Hey, we drink here.
Yeah.
We drink here, and now we drink.
Exactly. So, staying on the sexual tip, I gotta ask her, have you ever been inside a girl and have her be like, pull the brakes while you're inside her?
No.
That happened to me 2 nights ago.
Okay. All right, let's
talk about it. Let's talk about
Roll
it.
with it.
Let's talk about it.
It never happened to me either.
Like 1 inch or the full 5?
No, like going at it for some time. Like,
Dude, really?
yeah.
Sober? Or no,
Definitely not sober.
Okay.
Definitely not sober. I very rarely have sober sex. Sorry, Mom.
It's okay, Matt. That was your mom.
No, went on a date with this girl. Things, I didn't think the shit was going anywhere, judging on how the date was going. And then all of a sudden, it's making out at the bar back to her hotel room.
L.A.?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was 2 nights ago.
You hit me up 2 nights ago. What happened? I'm just fucking with you.
She kicked me out. I was bored.
I was sad. She kicked me out.
I wasn't even sad about it. I'm like, yeah, shit happens.
Damn.
So, go on.
Did you fucking fart or what?
I don't fucking know. Like,
Maybe.
no, we were going at it for some time, and like, she just is like, I'm on top, and then all of a sudden she's just like, hey, stop. I'm like, what? Did you say stop? Like,
Ladies and gentlemen, Matt is not a rapist.
right? I'm like,
She said stop, and he did.
yeah, I'm like, okay. But it, like, drunk in my mind, I'm like, wait, did you? Okay. I stopped. I'm like, everything cool? You want me to go down on you or something? Like, what's going on? She's like, no, I'm just drunk. I think I'm going to go to sleep. I'm like, okay.
Wow.
Yeah, I laid down that mediocre dick.
Yeah, I mean, we all do. You know.
Yeah,
I mean?
no.
I'm lucky I have a loving girlfriend who just accepts a mediocre dick constantly. You know what I'm saying? I'm blessed. I really am. God forbid, I moved here with my girlfriend. If I lived in LA without a girlfriend, there'd be so many bummed out people in LA.
That's what I'm here to do.
Yeah, exactly.
That is what I'm here to fucking do.
So don't feel ashamed about the other night.
I'm not.
You did us a service.
If I was ashamed about it, you think I'd be like, oh, I'm going to talk about this on my fucking podcast.
That's true. So, did you go home or?
Oh, yeah, I went home. I just walked home.
Walked home.
Yeah.
So that's around here.
Oh, no. So, the added fun part is she was actually supposed to be doing the podcast.
Oh, my God.
And then fucking apologized.
It was the guy from fucking Fear Factory, wasn't it?
Oh, no, I wouldn't be inside Dino. I have a feeling I just have to give it up to him. Like, there's a precedent there. You know, it's like, you know, I've been listening to your band since like before my balls dropped. I gotta. You know.
I got that remixed album, baby. Whatever the fuck it was. I don't know. What was that one? The blue one.
Not demanufacture.
Yeah, maybe was it a remix album?
Oh, I'd have to. Calling me out before fucking he actually does the show. God damn it.
Sorry, no, because I was, like I said, by the late 90s, I was a punk and hardcore kid, so I didn't know too much, but my older brother bought some fucking album that said, like, it was blue, it had remixed on it. We got the computer up, guys, so don't worry, we're not.
But yeah, either way, like, she was supposed to do the show, and then she completely, like, she texted me to apologize for the night before, and then completely flaked on
But
doing
here's
the
the
show.
thing, though. You being a guy, right?
Yeah.
if a girl, let's say you were in the scenario, girl wants to fuck you, you fuck her, mid-fuck, she says, wait, stop, I want to go to sleep. So you're like, okay, so you go home, then the next day she sends a text, I'm so sorry about last night, I was drunk and I just want to go to bed. I was telling him, there's one thing to be like, I was really drunk, so I passed out, you know what I mean, whatever. But to actually say those words, like she could have just left it at, sorry about last night, I was drunk. But she had to add in there, sorry, I was drunk, and I just wanted to go to bed. It's like, that's almost kind of insulting, and I don't think she realizes the way she worded that was as such. But, I mean, if you were a guy, how would you take that?
I think in 2017, like, sex is very, like, you gotta, like, worry about what you're doing with it. Personally, I'd be like, yep, okay.
Oh, no, that's exactly what I was like.
No, of course, no, we're not saying that. I would be a little bummed out. I'd probably be, like, on one and fucking ripping cigarettes like crazy, but all you gotta do is jay off and you'll be good.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you really won't even think about it.
No,
but the next day with the text, I'd be like, do you hate me or do you ever want to see me again or no? Just tell me now and get it out of the fucking way. I hate wasting time.
Yeah.
I'd be like, am I fucking awful or like, is this the situation?
It would be really funny if you would have responded, it was that bad, huh? Like, it just...
No, that was my initial, like...
Because that really would have been, like, what would she say to that? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, dude.
How far in with you, time-wise?
Like 15 minutes. Like,
oh, shit.
Like,
man.
we were going... It
wasn't like 2 minutes,
that's what
2
I put in
minutes,
this
and then,
month.
oh, stop.
I
Like,
put
they
in
were
15
actually...
minutes.
Well, like, and the thing about it is, I've totally done that in the past where, like, we're both mad drunk and I know I'm not going to come. And after a while, just be like, hey, girl, it's not going to happen.
Noodle dick.
Well, not noodle dick. I have a problem
ZD dick. I'm throwing this beer away. Keep going.
All good. I have a problem with when I get too drunk to fuck, that not that I can't get it up, that I just can't finish.
Yeah.
Right.
I've been there.
Right, so I totally...
Yeah, it happens.
I've totally rolled off a girl and be like, I'm sorry, girl, it ain't going to happen.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling that's what happened with her, but she didn't want to express it that way.
Well, she wasn't going to get off?
Yeah.
But how about you?
Oh, I was getting there, but I wasn't...
15 minutes in, man. Maybe she was just... I don't know. Being drunk 15 minutes in? I don't know, man. I'd be like... It depends... What hour of the day was this?
Oh, this is like 1 a.m.
Oh, that's pretty early.
Yeah,
That's a finishing hour.
Yeah, we had just left the bar.
Instead of 4 a.m., like, oh,
Yeah, it's not like-
I'm on every fucking draw game
Exactly.
with me, and my dick is a ziti right now.
Yeah.
That's 1 a.m. You should be able to fucking...
You should be able to fucking...
pop one.
I was trying. I'm like, I'm close.
Well, you did the right thing by being like, yes, of course.
Well, yeah, I'm like, yes, of course. And then I offered to go down on her. I'm like, do you want me to go down on you? If you just,
Yeah.
Actually, I did go down on her again for a little bit.
But then she also ghosted and then didn't show up for the podcast.
Yeah, that's actually what I'm much more angry about.
That's what's
That's
like...
my time-wasting scenario. I'd be like, just fucking fuck off or not.
Right. Well, and when she texted me that, I actually texted back to her. I'm like, hey, shit happens. It's cool as long as last night wasn't a one-time thing. Like,
You said as long as?
Yeah. Well,
But maybe that freaked her out.
Well, hey, I want to express that, I'm still interested. I'm down to fuck.
Yeah, but you should maybe phrased it like...
Whatever. If she can't figure it out.
Was that a one-time thing? And not as long as.
Whatever.
That might have freaked her out. I'm just being honest.
Hey, if it did, so be it.
Yeah, her boyfriend doesn't know, though.
I don't think you should, like, book her again.
I hope her boyfriend follows my company and hears this and was like, she was out till at least 1:15 the other night. That was at her hotel, though.
Hey, she was getting that kosher sausage.
There you go. Jewish guy?
Me? Yeah.
Fucking mazel tov. You fucking spun the dreidel up in that ass.
Obviously, I didn't spin it too vigorously because...
I don't know. My big response for that, because I don't think like a normal chick. I was like, God, chicks are fucking like weird.
Oh no,
Yeah.
Chicks are fucking weird. I'm like, I don't understand that.
Well, that is definitely a first for me. Like, I'm sure I've left some people unsatisfied over the years.
Because trust me, when I've had a lot of bad sex with a lot of dudes, and I wouldn't stop in the middle and be like, you know what, I can't. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, I'll finish you off, but am I gonna call you again? Probably not. But I've never ever like
That's
ever.
a good point.
Like I've had a lot of bad sex, mediocre sex, whatever, but I've never stopped in the middle and was like, stop.
Literally, the only time I've ever stopped in the middle, as I said, was when I was super drunk and being like, I'm not gonna get off.
And if I was too drunk, like she said, I've legit passed out on people. Like,
Sure.
well, I'll be like, this happened to me fucking like last year. I was writing my dude's face, And we were like drunk and like just having like, drunk sex can be fucking fun,
the
right?
best.
And this
That's all I know.
yeah. And so I'm like writing his face, and then we were 69ing. That's what it was. We were 69ing, and I passed out, pussy on his face, dick in my mouth, and then like shortly after he realized I passed out, he passed out. So we both passed out, like me on top of him, like that. And
That must have been some fucking morning breath.
and on a boat too, on a fucking boat. So then we woke up the next morning. And I was like, holy shit, what the fuck happened last night? He's like, you passed out on my face. And then I was like, oh my God. He's like, and then I just passed out shortly after. I was like, wow.
I feel like the motion of the boat, if you're in 69 position, could have kept it going even if you were passed
Yeah,
out.
seriously.
Yeah.
Cruz wakes up with a load in her mouth, like,
Yeah,
what the
yeah.
fuck?
What was that? Okay, yeah. It was just really funny because that was one time where
Shit happens, man.
Yeah, shit happens.
Shit
But
happens.
stopping sex in the middle, I can't say I've ever done that.
At 1 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, at 1 a.m.
A little later.
Drunk or not. Like I said, if I was too drunk to fuck, I'll
Yeah.
That I would have actually been pissed off about. Like, putting the brakes on, being like, hey, I'm not feeling it, whatever. That's one thing. To actually fall asleep on my dick, I would have been like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
true.
I would have been a little insulted about that one.
If we have like late night sex or whatever, I pass out naked or whatever, my cat sleep with me. And now I'm in this routine of putting my boxes on after I fuck before bed because my cat Fang is the most precious angel in the world. He sleeps next to me every night. And the other night I was butt naked and he was swatting his tail out of being a loving cat. And it was smacking my dick and balls. And I love him so much. I was like, I know you're not my child or anything, but I was like, the fact that you're even whacking my dick and balls is like freaking me out. No more naked sleeping for Eric. It was fucked, man. He's such a cutie. I'm like, you don't even know what you're doing, and I can't live with it, so. Chastity belts.
Oh, shit.
Felt good, though.
But needless to say, we're never going to book her again.
No.
Because she wasted our time. She wasted your time because she's the person I bumped you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
no,
that was the main thing. We were like, we're moving shit around in the schedule.
Sure.
And then I show up, right? And I'm like, so what's going on? He's like, I think she's flaking. And I'm like,
She from here?
No, she's from out of town.
Okay. I was going to say, get
Hence
over it
the
now.
hotel.
We'll do a long episode, and I'll fucking...
Her hotel is like a quarter of the mile down the road.
Oh, can you record live while we walk down the street?
We could
remotely, yeah.
we could put James to work. This thing runs off batteries. James is just holding the recorder while we walk with fucking mics, like boom, boom, boom. Because I obviously know what room she's staying in.
Can't wait for the audio of her screaming, help me. Call the police. Call the police.
Don't worry, that'll get lost in post.
I can edit that out. Holy shit.
If it doesn't make it to the air, it never happened.
Yeah, exactly. That's like the whole world's mentality, I think.
So yeah, that was like the icing on my weird. Well, my weekend wasn't that weird, but that was the icing on my weekend. Fucking hit 2 fucking rad shows. Hit Nails on Friday.
No.
It's fucking awesome. Hit
Nails opened up for
Nails is headlining.
who else is on that?
Fuck if I know.
There's one other, it's Negative Approach.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. You're a metal dude.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm a little shitty punk hardcore kid. Yeah. I got invited a million times, and even you, I was like, I have to go to Warped Tour on Saturday, and you're like, going to Nails, and I'm like, fuck, I like want to hang out. You're over, and I was like, I gotta be up at 8 a.m. And your response was, I gotta be up at 7 a.m. And I just stopped answering. I was like, fuck off. I don't.
No, I didn't have to
You
be
know
up at
how many
7.
times
No, because I'll be like, he's got a good point. I can't even answer those messages, man. I just like fucking gotta chill out.
Oh, I had to be at work at 7, not up at 7. Oh, I do that shit all the time. Cruz is like,
I'm like, but I gotta be up. And he's like, yeah, I have to be somewhere at 5 in the morning. And I'm like,
I've had a fucking trillion friends like that my whole life. So when he said that, I was like, I looked at it and I was like, he's got a good point, but I learned my lesson years ago. Fuck off.
oh yeah. Friday night was also super scary leaving that show. They had a DUI checkpoint set up on Sunset,
oh shit.
Where at?
like in Echo Park.
Oh, I was
Really?
working that night. That's
On
right.
Sunset.
On Sunset. Like, I pulled into the first sign of it, went, did that just say DUI checkpoint? My buddy's like, yeah. I'm like, I made a left through 2 fucking lanes of traffic down a side street. I mean, I was not driving drunk, but I may have blown over the legal limit.
Sure.
I don't think I would have, but I'm not willing to risk it.
No.
No, hell no.
I lived in Quincy, Massachusetts forever, and it was like every fucking nightmare. I don't know how we survived our early 20s. I really don't.
Well, especially up there, the fucking T stops running so fucking early.
Yeah, it stopped at midnight when we stopped.
And we're back. We were telling some stories on the porch while we were having a smoke. And
Want to share on the air?
yeah, we can definitely share on the air. We're talking about revisiting, past conquest. Well, like in this day and age, can you call fucking somebody a conquest?
No, you can't.
I miss that.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun. Girls can do it too, but I feel like this day and age, everyone's so sensitive that you can't even. I mean, I hate like bro-y male dudes that like love that shit, but like fucking's fun and like, I mean, I've been in a relationship for 5 years, so it's out of my context, but like, I don't know. You don't have to worry about it too much if it's not like gnarly.
No, I'm not worried about it either fucking way. But we were talking about like previous hookups coming back for a return.
Yeah,
Out on the-
I've never done that.
No. But,
Previous hookups coming back for a return.
so I was talking about like the second girl I ever fucked. Like teenage, 16 years old, second girl I ever fucked.
Go on.
And that girl left me fucking high and dry. That girl got off and then rolled off.
Yeah.
So I did not want repeat business there. I'm like, you're not going to even bother finishing me off here?
Okay, that's fucked up.
Yeah.
And then come crawling back.
Well, she came crawling back like 10 years later. I ran into her at a party. She got pissed drunk in the middle of the party. I'm like, Matt, why don't you fuck me again? You fucked me so good. I'm like, what the
Damn.
Well, and I mean, as shallow as it is, she had gained a bunch of weight in those 10 years.
Yeah, a lot can change in 10 years.
I've been there.
Oh, I mean, I'm not the slender reed I once was
I'm not
either.
talking about girls. I'm talking about me. Yeah.
So, just kind of like, I gotta go somewhere else, anywhere else but here.
Yeah, dude, honestly, so we're from Boston, Mass, and moving out here in a relationship at my age has been very awesome because we go out drinking and there's people that follow us or whatever, and there's certain people like, hey, like will hit on me or be like, I'm a model or a photographer or whatever, and I'm like, so is everyone, man. Like, I don't know. It's just, LA is trippy like that.
It is. As our friend Steve Vance likes to say, most of these girls are mattresses. Model actresses. Model waitress actresses.
I know you, boy. I love that. Yeah. That's what's up. Yeah, LA's trippy like that, man. You gotta, like, watch who you talk to. Everyone's selling themselves. Like, I hate fucking talking about myself. Like, I'll do it on podcasts and shit, but, like...
I'd hope so.
Of course. I mean, it makes sense, but at the bar, when people are like, what do you do? Especially if I can see their Punisher, and they're like, what's the logo on your hat? I'm like, oh, it's an amateur football team from Arizona. And they're instantly, like, uninterested and walk away. And I'm like, it's fucking perfect.
Oh, I have a buddy who does high-end set design. Like, he's been in the union forever. We'll be out at bars, and girls will be like, so what do you do? He's like, I'm not telling you. He just will lay it down like that.
Well, because, and we've talked about this briefly before, how, especially in LA, like LA specifically, it's like almost kind of considered rude for anyone to be like, so what do you do? Because it's like, oh, you're going to judge me right now. About
Or you're going to see what I
could
could do for you.
Or exactly. It's one of two things. Either, okay, you're going to judge me based on, or fucking see what I can fucking do for you, basically.
That's it.
Yeah.
Is it.
Yeah. Like,
Oh,
what
I
can this
own a-
person do for me?
When the shit started going, like, good, like, people are like, what do you do? And I'm like, oh, I own a clothing company. And they're like, oh, I do this and that. And this
I'm
and
a
that.
model.
Yeah, and I'm
Hey,
like,
bitch, just because you have pictures that you took on your self-timer on fucking Instagram does not make you a goddamn model.
yeah, Instagram makes everyone something, huh?
I hate the coined term Instagram model. Oh, she's an
fucked up.
Instagram model. I'm like, what the fuck is an Instagram model?
Yeah.
No. Whatever happened to having a legitimate agency that gets you work, not this fucking bullshit. Look, I'm promoting this fucking teeth whitening thing on fucking Instagram. Therefore, I am an Instagram model. Like, what the fuck?
No hate on the teeth whitening system. If they want to sponsor us, we'll take it.
Oh, no, I'm totally down. But the whole point is that's what makes these people Instagram models.
Yeah, it's fucked. It's
I get free stuff in exchange for posting it on Instagram. They call it what do they call it? Social media influencers is what they call it.
I get 10 emails a day being like, you're an influencer. You want to fucking show this or this or this? And I'm like, no, because my fans will rip me apart if I post that, and I don't give a fuck about it. So
Right, you have your own brand you're promoting.
yeah, like it's fine. Like I don't need Fit Tea to fucking help me. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, come on. Flat belly tea would be great for you.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll take a sponsorship from like Miller Lite at this point.
Yeah. If a whiskey company wants to sponsor
I was
us?
like, meanwhile, I want somebody with like whiskey to be like, hey, did you
Yeah,
see I
I'm-
tagged Bundaberg
Did you?
in our
Nice.
photo? I was like, hey, Bundaberg, yeah, give us some free Bundaberg.
Hey, we still have our homies Ghost Tequila.
True.
Ghost Tequila, huh?
Yes, sir.
That was
Ghost
one.
Pepper?
Yes, sir.
Fucking, so I was in a hardcore band when I was young. I played a show in New Hampshire. They had habanero vodka, and I drank remember Baron Jaeger? It's hot.
Of course, I love that stuff. It's,
Me too.
It's one of the things I'll drink when I get sick.
Okay.
I'll do hot tea with Baron Jaeger and whiskey.
Yes. When I was like 24, I was an alcoholic more so than I am now. And we drank a bottle of it in the van, and then after the gig, we drank habanero vodka.
Oh my God.
I threw up so fucking hard that night, blood vessels popped in my face
Oh my God.
from violently throwing up, and I had a rash all in my face. And like the day after that, I lost 30 pounds. I stopped drinking for like months and months.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
no, it was fucked up, but I got healthy, and now I'm back to unhealthy, but I'm happy, so whatever.
Hey, that's what fucking matters.
Yeah.
I once puked so hard I blew a blood vessel in my eye.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Oh my
shit.
God.
Yeah, it happens. It fucking happens, man. The violent throwing up.
I'm trying to remember the last time I violently threw up from fucking drinking.
Oh, I totally turned, like, this is the MySpace age. That fucking picture of my eye became my MySpace photo for months.
Oh yeah, just
My gnarly fucking eye.
I'm a bitch. I didn't post my face all swollen because I was like, God damn it.
You were in a band. You got an image to uphold.
Yeah, I mean for like 30 fat fucking white hardcore dudes.
Hey, if they're buying the albums, they're buying the albums.
Yeah. The download. I'm getting $1 per 100 downloads on Spotify. Love it.
Hey, that's better than what I'm doing. I have 2 albums out on fucking iTunes that I have no idea where the royalties go.
Well, I'm sitting in your apartment and it's way nicer than mine, so I would like to know what you do.
Many, many things. Speaking of which, it's really looking like I'm going to be nominated for a fucking AVN.
There you go. You went out for the awards, right?
Back in January, but
Yeah.
non-sexual I did. Just got reviewed by AVN, and I guess it's getting rave reviews of my non-sex performance.
That's good.
Yeah.
Shit. I mean, fucking.
Hey, if I get nominated for best non-sex performance, that's pretty rad. Like, I got nominated for a porn award without actually fucking.
Yeah, that's pretty dope. I don't have that.
You could. You could.
Okay.
I just had to play an old rabbi. It was really a stretch.
There you go. My buddy Brian plays in a band called Cruel Hand, and he is friends with the Burning Angel Cats. I know you guys know them. Mm-hmm. He was actually in the background for one of their pornos.
For Cindy Queen of Hell?
I really don't know.
Was it last year?
No, it was a couple of years ago.
Okay.
But yeah, we just like got drunk on my porch in Boston, and it was like one of my best friends. He's like, "Hey, check this out." And it's just some chick blowing a dude, and he's just in the background like giving thumbs up and shit. And I was like, "You weren't fucking kidding, man." And I'm like, "Holy shit."
That's fucking funny.
Yeah.
It's awesome. You gotta love the extra work when you can get it.
Yeah, I'm like,
Well, you know, it's funny when I used to perform. You know how there's specifically in the mainstream Hollywood scene, there's like sites that are specifically geared for people that want to be extras. You can like, it's like almost a cattle call for just extra work. You know what I
Sure.
mean? Like, so like people will take the work that they can get, whatever. And Hustler, you know, like Hustler magazine, I did a shoot for them where it was supposed to take place in
you
a
meet
nightclub.
Larry?
Huh?
did you meet Larry?
I don't think I've ever met Larry. No.
I love that dude.
No, but I've been to the Larry Flint offices many a times,
That's dope.
and I did a lot of stuff for Hustler, and I've been in Hustler magazine a few times, but I don't ever remember meeting him. I'm pretty sure I'd remember that. I had to think about that for a minute. I'm like, all the whiskey and all this other shit that okay, anyways. So, no, I did a shoot for Hustler, and this was so many years ago. And it was a feature which took place in a nightclub setting. And so they needed extras to play club goers so it doesn't look like a vacant fucking nightclub, right? Because the whole scene was, like I end up banging the DJ. You know what I mean?
Sure.
So what they ended up doing was they ended up going through the same things that Hollywood films do.
Oh,
to get
central
extras.
casting?
Central casting, right? I didn't want to fucking say it, but you did.
Why?
And no. So the fucked up part is these extras showed up to this porn set not realizing they were being extras for a porn movie.
They must have been like, man, craft services sucks here.
Yeah, dude. Well, Hustler was not that bad, but
It's not mainstream craft
but
services.
no, but it was just really funny when all of a sudden, they start seeing titties, and then they're like, and then I remember talking to one of them, and they were like, they didn't tell us this was for a porn film. And then some of the girls were getting kind of weird, and then the dudes, of course, were like, okay, yeah, I'm an extra in a fucking porno, whatever.
Sure,
and then
sure.
I think some of them even might have left and walked off set because they're like, I don't want to fucking be an extra in a porno. You know what I mean?
Right? This can't go on my reel.
Yeah, and then everybody else was like, fuck it, whatever. And so they made it look like there was a nightclub full of people and shit, and it was funny. But it was just really funny when I found out that, they had gotten these extras to show up. Because God forbid they hire other porn people to be extras, because they've done that before.
Where was
Brazzers.
that at?
This was this was so long, somewhere in LA, many years ago.
Okay.
Probably 10 years ago.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
I could just imagine the look on their faces, when the P and the V started happening, what the fuck?
Yeah. Because they had to eventually tell them at some point. So when they finally everybody started arriving, and they were all kind of in the green room and stuff like that. They kind of ran through the whole thing. Okay, so this is the scene. And then when the actual sex started happening for certain scenes, they would only put one or two extras, and then, okay, you're going to walk off the scene. And then that way they could just focus on the action. But they wanted at least a couple of bodies to make it look realistic. But, they're all sitting there I had no idea that this was for a porno, but all right.
Whatever. Fucking.
Yeah. It's kind of funny.
It's good times. That is
Good times,
good
yeah.
fucking times.
I assure you, no dudes on that set were bummed out. What do they get? $10 pizza and a boner?
Oh, if it's central casting, it's 120
That's alright.
for the
Yeah,
day.
right?
people,
$10
the
a
extras.
piece and a boner?
Yeah, and you would think, because I know that Brazzers, for instance, they'll hire extras and they'll pay $150. So I think with central casting, it's probably $100.
Yeah, their minimum is 120 for the day.
120, and that's it.
Damn, that's more than I made in my minimum wage job in Boston. So, when the company shits the bed, I'm gonna hit you guys up.
And I think part of the reason why they did go through central casting as opposed to hiring porn people is because, number one, porn people are flaky. Number two,
You don't say.
porn people are not going to want to just be an extra. You know what I mean? Oh, well, fuck that. I'm not going to fucking go to set just for that. And then, of course, that's why they flake. So I think that's essentially the reason why they did that.
See, I'll happily go to set to be an extra because I have zero desire to actually perform.
Yeah.
Me and Rebecca, who does METHsyndicate with me, would definitely go together. We love fucked up shit. We have no issues with gnarly porno or anything like that. So we
Yeah.
definitely go to something like that together. But I'm definitely not trying to go alone and then answer a million questions when I go home. How was
Wise
it?
man.
How was it? And then I'm like.
They were all ugly compared to you, beautiful.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing happened. I drank Miller. That was it. What else? What do we got? I like your Machine Head shirt.
Thank you.
Yeah, I came in today and I was like, man, I love your Machine Head. Sorry. And now we drink, right?
Yeah.
Everyone can tell, right? I'm slurring my words.
Cool. We got an hour to go.
All right, cool. No, it's fine. I guess it wouldn't make sense if I wasn't drunk. But Machine Head's first album is the illest. And then they went new metal. And then you said they got heavy again.
Yeah, the blackening.
So you got to send me that when we're done with this.
Done. The blackening is so fucking good.
And you was up in Oakland for Homeboy's birthday?
Yeah, I went up to Oakland for... Did I talk about this on air already?
No, it got canceled.
Maybe. Yeah, because Comic-Con was a couple weeks ago. I think you did briefly. You can talk about it again, though. Because I don't think you really gave too much details other than, I went up there.
So, the weekend of Comic-Con, because I'm a crazy person, I left my place Saturday morning at 5:30 in the morning, hopped an 8 a.m. flight from LAX up to Oakland, met up with my boy Drew, Started day drinking. We ended up at some fucking brewery in Alameda that was doing ales for ALS. It's $55 bottomless drinks
Where?
in Alameda.
What's that?
It's right out.
Northern California.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an island.
Bay
I'm from
Area.
Boston. I'm such a poser when it comes to California. People are like, I live 10 minutes out, and I'm like, I don't know what that is.
It's a small island right off of Oakland.
Oh, cool.
East Bay.
And the brewery looks out on the bay.
Okay. I know like Dead Kennedys and Rancid via.
And Machine Head.
I'm from San Francisco, so yeah.
That's the only Bay talk I know.
So, I got my 4 hours of bottomless beer in. Went and hooked up with my friend Jessica Creepshow. Crashed on her couch for like 2 hours. Her and I then went to the Machine Head, Rob Flynn's 50th birthday bash at Oakland Metro. Which was one of the best shows I have been to in a long time. Those dudes were having so much fucking fun. All they did was crazy fucking covers. If you go to my Instagram, you will see them doing Careless Whisper.
I did.
Oh
watch
my
that. I did watch
god!
that.
I did not see that. I need the fucking.
Yeah, I filmed like a minute of it.
It's funny.
I was like, I need to be in the moment of this. I can't just hold my phone up. Like, I need to actually be here, be in the moment, not live on social media.
Did they at least shout out George Michael's rest in peace?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's fine. I can live with that.
They did a Soundgarden cover. They did a Linkin Park cover.
It was a very depressing night.
Not really. Because they were, gave a shout out to departed friends, but they were in such high spirits the whole time.
No. Yeah, sure.
Like, he did Accepts Balls to the Wall.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. They did some Deftones. Eddie Hermina from Suicide Silence jumped on the mic for that, which I was like, holy fuck, I didn't know Eddie was performing. Eddie's a friend of mine. So I text him like, dude, I'm here. Let's fucking drink. So when he gets off stage, shots start fucking happening.
Alex, the drummer, Alex.
Alex wasn't there.
He wears a lot of our shit.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, he's a good dude, and we party here and there.
Nice. Dan Kenny's a good friend of mine too, so
Cool.
Dan actually bitched out. Like, dude, I'm in town. Come to the show. I live in Pacifica. It's 45 minutes away. That's so far. Like, dude, I'm in the Bay. Come on. And then I find out his lead singer is actually performing.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck, dude?
Fuck off.
We actually all took a picture like, fuck you, Dan. Where the hell you at? Great night. Fucking Jessica ended up puking on the bar.
And that was a numbskull
Oh my
production.
god!
Whoever booked it, I looked it up. I texted I texted Matt that night to see if he wanted to hang, and he's like, I'm up in Oakland doing the Machine Head birthday shit or whatever. And I looked it up, and it was a numbskull production. One of my best friends, John, is the dude who owns that.
Nice.
So I was all bummed out. I'm like, man, I could have been up there rocking, but I've been too busy.
Oh, it was an amazing show.
I watched the footage. It looks fucking really rad.
No, it really was. And it's kind of a blessing that Jessica got sick.
Why?
Because otherwise I would have been drinking with Eddie until I had to catch my flight, and I probably would have missed my flight.
You flew to San Francisco?
Oh, yeah.
That's like shit I want to do. Like,
Oh, I flew up there.
what like 200?
$60.
I gotta go up there soon.
Yeah. Get back to Jessica's place at like 2-ish. Try to pass out. I end up sleeping in her bathtub.
I've been there.
I hit snooze like 2 times. I have a 6 a.m. flight, like departing at 6 a.m. I get in the Uber at 5:15.
Oh my god!
Yikes.
And then your flight was delayed, right?
No.
Oh, it wasn't delayed. Why did I think your flight was delayed?
Oh, my flight was delayed out of LAX.
Oh, that's what it was. That's what it was. That's
Before
what it
the gig.
No, so I was flying
much
down
you
to San Diego.
traveling?
I was flying down to Comic-Con. So it had
was.
a
I was already at Comic-Con.
had a layover at LAX on the way back down.
All right.
But when I hit Oakland International, my flight was already boarding. By the time I made it to the gate, Zone 2 was already boarding.
Damn. Yeah, that's.
So you barely.
Yeah.
I was cutting it a little close.
You barely made it.
Thankfully, it was like,
It's like the end of a romantic comedy where you're sprinting towards the.
yeah, except this rom-com.
Wait! Hold
I
on.
gotta go to San Diego for Comic Con. I love you, baby. I love you, baby.
Except this rom-com ended up with the girl puking on the bar and passing out diagonally across the bed.
Oh, there you go. I love that movie.
I think that's really funny that you fell asleep in the bathtub.
Oh, no, the best part is what I text her about, like, hey, I'm sorry, I think I left a pillow in the bathtub. She's like, Oh shit! I thought I slept in the bathtub.
Oh my God, she was. I mean, she said she puked on the bars.
Yeah, it's all good.
You passed out in the bathtub?
I decided to sleep there.
I don't mean to interrupt, but one of my buddies, remember when MMA got popular? Everyone and their brother was like, I'm going to take a fucking Muay Thai class. It was like ridiculous.
Yeah,
My
totally.
homie did it. He got really good at it. He got carded at a fight in Atlantic City, New Jersey. So we're from Boston. We drive down with him. It's like my first major fight. It's at a fucking hotel, casino. Come down. I've been touring forever, but I'd never been to Atlantic City. So we go down there, and we're like, yeah, we'll support you. We go down. Bars do not close there, like Vegas. 24 hours. No problem. Homeboy loses the fight. We're like, whatever, we love you. Let's fucking party to make up for it. We get stupid drunk the whole night. Shit's hitting around 4 or 5 a.m. the next day, because bars, once again, do not close. We're trying to walk home to the hotel. I see a Domino's pizza. I run in. I jump the counter. This is when I was younger, too. Being an ass, I'm like, I'm going to make my own pizza. Jump the counter, try to make my own pizza. Essentially get beat up by the staff at Domino's Pizza in Atlantic City, New Jersey. Not beat up like punched to death, but like roughed up and thrown out. Rightfully so, because I would do that to me in a heartbeat, you know?
Yeah, like, what the fuck do you think you're doing?
But then we're like, oh man, we're so shit-faced and we just got beat up by Domino's Pizza. We should probably head back to the hotel, which still is serving at the bar because it's fucking Atlantic City. All we see between us at Domino's Pizza and the hotel is a fucking freeway. So at 7 in the morning, we decided to run across. I've had friends die from this shit.
Oh my God.
Straight up run across the freeway, hop the wall, get back to the hotel, order a beer in the lobby, 7 a.m. We get up to the lobby. Everyone's passed out, couch, bed, floor, everything. I'm like, yo, I love hot tubs. I love tub. Like, I'm always the dude that ends up naked and some stupid shit like that. I go in the hot tub. I'm drinking my beer. Dude, you know how, like, when you're in a tub and the shit slowly starts to drain? Like, I passed out in the bathtub like Whitney Houston style. And the tub slowly drained itself. And the fucking motion detector lights shut off after I passed out. So the next morning I wake up butt naked, no water in the tub, like shriveled ass dick. And I'm like, oh my God, where am I? In the pitch black. And I stand up and like the motion detector lights go on in the bathroom. And I just look at the huge hotel mirror. And it's just my, like, frumpy ass, shriveled dick. And I'm like, dude, stop falling asleep in fucking hot tubs. Like, you're literally gonna die. Dude, like, I love going in the hot tub, but, like, I don't know. That's why I'm so stoked to have a girlfriend now. Be like, maybe don't drown.
Yeah.
Fucking retard.
I just retweeted an article or reposted an article about that today where some researcher found that being a single dude is more hazardous to your health than being obese.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw someone like that, too. Yeah, definitely.
I'm like, yeah, because single dudes do stupid shit.
Like, constantly.
All the time, especially if I'm trying to impress a chick.
And mostly for pussy.
Exactly. Exactly.
It's scary as shit. I drove... Oh, man. All right, you guys
Come on.
Going. Yeah. All right, you got me up. Back in the MySpace days, this chick from Rhode Island hit me up and was like, I fucking love your band. I love you, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like... Got a little buzz. I'm like, I'll take a trip. Got down there. Homegirl opened the door, and I was like, oh, I made a mistake. And I crawled in the corner of her bedroom and fell asleep and drove home the next day. So
Wait a minute.
Before or after coitus?
I didn't fuck her.
Did you let her blow you?
No.
So wait,
No.
how did it happen that you just crawled into the corner and passed out?
Well, she took her photos like 80 feet in the air and was like, you know, and I don't judge people on looks or whatever, but this was like totally
like false advertising. Yeah.
It's false advertising. This is the worst false advertising ever. And I'm not a bad dude either, so I was like, oh shit, like,
hey, you're attracted to what you're attracted to.
Yeah, and I'm like, whatever, hey, what up? And I'm like, but I can't. And I just like, I drove drunk to Rhode Island. This is when I'm like 22 years old. And I was like, oh man, I've been out all night. Like, where can I crash? And I don't think I ever talk to that person again.
Wow.
Oh, dude, we've all been there. Like,
But I felt bad, but I'm like, I can't just like
No, I wouldn't.
Especially if the girl liked me.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I'll come down because I'm a drunk, horny 22-year-old kid. And then being like, thanks. Like, I don't know. Like, there's got to be a level of, like, I don't know, respect or something. But I was like, oh, I'm really shit-faced, which I was.
Yeah.
You know.
Hell, in the early days of Craigslist, like I met some girl on Craigslist, went over to her place, and I'm like, nope, this is not where I want to be. Like, hung out for the afternoon, watched a movie, and bailed.
Well, you guys have Tinder now. I'm not allowed to use Tinder because I've been in a relationship for 5 years.
Well, I mean, you could find someone for the two of you.
I mean, we'll find that on our
There's
own.
an app for that one.
No,
too.
no.
Yeah, what is it called? Field now?
Yeah, it's called Field now. Yeah.
What's it called?
Field.
Rebecca, write that down.
Yeah, it is the app for threesomes.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, I remember being like, man, I drove fucking an hour, and like I'm just like, oh god.
Cruz doesn't travel for dick at all.
I have
Nor
a rule.
should she.
I have a rule. I don't travel for dick or pussy.
You live in LA, and you're fine. You'll be fine.
She'll be fine. For the rest of us, it's a little rough sometimes. A lot of ghosting.
Oh man.
Well, you know, that's why we need more ratings on iTunes so I can get better quality pussy.
There you go.
There you go.
Good go.
I can't believe I just said that on air.
That's not gonna
Yeah,
get
set
it
it
out.
up.
Oh, it's staying. Fuck it, I don't care. Why do men do anything?
Ego.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Ego.
Ego to get the most attractive mate that they possibly can.
Yeah.
It's just how things work.
Yeah. Let go of my ego. That's what the kids say, right?
Is that the new METHsyndicate shirt?
Yeah. Dude, I get like every day at like 50 people are like, I got a new idea for you. I'm like, start your own company, please. Like,
What you should do is start like sending them waivers. Like, please sign away your rights to that.
yeah, right. Yeah. Can I steal from you legally? There
Yeah.
we go. It's sweet, but
Just
like,
send them the form. Be like, oh, that's a great idea. Please sign here. And then they'll be like, what?
yeah, like mad people are like, oh, I got a Donald Trump idea and blah blah blah. And like, obviously the dude's a dork, whatever. But I feel like making merchandise is way too easy at this point. I feel like you just get it online, like a Facebook ad.
Well, and no one's gonna beat the municipal waste shirt.
Oh yeah. I was with those dudes on Saturday.
Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah, Dave, the drummer, is a sweetheart. He just opened up a vegan food truck. He's a nice dude. Municipal parties, but Dave is a sweetheart. Support that band a lot. Yeah, I love those dudes.
Oh, I love their fucking music.
Yeah, the new video is sick too.
I haven't checked it out yet. I'll have to do that.
We were on one at Warped Tour on Saturday, and I ran into Dave, who we were at Punk Rock Bowling with. I was like, Dave, and he was just like, oh, okay, it's you. He was like, just like, you can't see it, but his eyes like widened, like, who the fuck is this one? And I was like, dude, it's me. And he's like, oh shit, what up? But great dudes. Iron Reagan's fucking sick.
Oh yeah, fucking! I saw Iron Reagan and Exhumed in Vegas a couple years back.
Iron Reagan and I Hate God played Los Globos when I first moved here.
Oh, that's a fucking sick show.
Yeah, and my old band played with I Hate God in Quincy, Massachusetts. So we had to load in early with all the bands. I was a huge I Hate God fan, and Mike Williams was there, and I started quoting like Tim and Eric bullshit, and I was like, what's your dad like? And like across the room was like, want to meet that dad? And I'm like, holy shit, the singer of I Hate God's like a fucking Tim and Eric fan. So we broke down immediately. I thought he was sober because he has so many issues with drugs and alcohol and shit. This is before the liver surgery he just had. So I thought he was drinking cups of water all night. And like my band went on. He's like, that was sick. And I'm like, thanks, Mike Williams from I Hate God. That's fucking amazing. Going to the bar to get a beer. And he's like, yeah, we're going on. I'm going to get one too. And he's like, can I get another one? And the bartender poured him a cup of, he was drinking straight vodka out of a pint glass,
God.
dude. And that's why the dude's liver failed. And he hasn't, Randy from Lamb of God just filled in with him for a fucking year because the one time he played with me in Quincy.
It's all your fault.
Yeah. But
He was on the wagon till then.
yeah, I was like, do you like Tim and Eric? Let's make you die.
Did you kill Jeff Hanneman too?
I did. Yeah, I was like, you want some Heinekens? He's like, of course I do. I'm like, here's 80. I didn't give. I love Jeff Hanneman and I miss him. Dead Cross is coming to town though.
Oh yeah, actually tomorrow night.
Oh really?
Yeah, they're playing their first show in Santa Ana tomorrow night.
And then the next one's at El Rey.
Yeah, I believe so.
What date is that? You know?
I will find out.
If you want to go, maybe we can go.
I'm down.
I had a bunch of shit to do this weekend, but I would love to see. It's Mike from Faith No More.
And Dave Lombardo from Slayer.
Yes. I just saw the Misfits in Chicago last year with Dave on drums. It's fucking amazing.
I'm so bummed I missed that Riot Fest. I had free tickets and didn't go.
Yeah, I forced myself to go, and it was a little brutal, but it was really cool.
Fucking shout out to my boys at Riot Fest.
Hello, Riot Fest. What up, Cobra Lounge?
Oh, I should have rocked my Cobra Lounge shirt tonight. Shit.
No, you are. No one can see you. Matt looks great in his Cobra Lounge shirt tonight, Riot Fest. Give him free tickets to Riot Fest this year. We got Jawbreaker, Nine Inch Nails, and someone else.
Oh, I actually I'm good friends with some of the people at Riot Fest, so I got one of their bookers free passes to AVM this year. So
Really?
yes, he was there on my media badge.
So when I started the company, so Riot Fest was smaller initially too. He loved our shit, and I loved Riot Fest.
Right, Mike, or
This is me, I don't know. When we got there, I'm like tagging him in every photo. I'm like, we're in town. Like, just, me and Rebecca get hooked up for everything. And we were out at Element in Chicago, and we got nothing back. And the only reason I'm like, fuck, that was a little hectic is because we're not used to doing 3-day festivals without Cool Kid passes at this point. And it was a little rough. And we stayed like 10 miles out of Chicago, and every fucking Uber was like $35 to there and back.
well, one year when I'm free to go, you'll go with me. Chicago's home.
Oh yeah.
That's why I know all those kids. Like
Cool.
Cobra actually is legitimately one of my 3 haunts when I lived in Chicago.
Yeah, we went and saw Agent Orange there the first
Nice.
night. Yeah, it was cool.
Nice. Yeah, it was so bad. Like, my drinking was I wouldn't call it bad. My drinking was to a point in Chicago where I had a friend come in from out of town, show up at exit, and ask the bartender where I was. And she's like, oh, it's Friday, Matt's at Cobra right now. I wasn't working at any of these bars. It's kind of a bad scene when a bartender from one bar could tell people that you're at another bar.
At another bar.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we stayed. Where was Riot Fest? Rogers Park.
No, so last year Douglas Park,
Where's Rogers Park?
far north.
That's where we stayed.
That's actually where I grew up.
Okay, we stayed in Rogers Park. All Russian, fucking.
Yeah,
Stayed near a 7-Eleven near an overpass.
that's everywhere in Chicago.
And then you go up a little north. There's the lakes. Obviously, I don't know.
East.
Yeah, I don't fucking know. But yeah, I remember it being like everyone stayed in the city, and we stayed up there with a friend.
That's still technically the city.
No, yeah, but like everyone's like, meet up, and I'm like, God damn it, you're fucking 8 miles away, and it's like,
Yeah, you gotta take the red line south, change
I
to
ain't
another
taking
train.
a fucking train in Chicago. Jesus Christ.
Why the fuck not?
Because L.A. and Boston smell like piss. Chicago smell like shit.
That's my hometown, sir.
That's fine, but Boston smells like piss. It's fine. I love Chicago, I really do, but it did smell a little more poopy. It really did, man. I was under one of the bridges, and I was like, it doesn't smell like piss. It smells like a fucking whole butt. A whole butt that just took a whole poo. It has nothing to do with your hometown. It's just, maybe make the next podcast about not pooping on the side of the street.
It's a pastime, sir. It's what we do.
That's a good point.
I brought that tradition to LA. I just poop wherever I want.
That's what fucking.
It is Hollywood.
That's what fucking lake people do. They poo.
Oh, with your fancy ocean.
with Nantasket Beach in Hull, Massachusetts. Oh yeah, baby.
So what's so fucking special about this goddamn beach?
Well, I grew up in Weymouth, Massachusetts, and then the rest of my band was from Hull, Massachusetts, which is a peninsula, a beach town.
Is it on the Cape?
No, the Cape goes down towards the bicep. This is like towards the chest muscle when it curves down.
All right.
Yeah. I don't know what I was saying about it, but...
Well, you were making fun of my lake, so...
Oh, yeah. Well, we lived on the ocean, so I can't really... The lake's cool, too.
No, it's really not. They actually close the beaches every summer a couple times because of the fucking pollution levels.
Well, I mean, I guess it's everywhere at this point, right? In non-salt water, so you can't beat it.
Well, that and the beautiful, city fathers of Chicago way back in the day reversed the fucking flow of the Chicago River so it flows into the lake.
Oh, brilliant.
So the sewage flows into the lake.
Damn. Yeah, we had fun out there, man. I went to some video arcade, a couple of them. I'm just like, I've been there on tour, but like, tour is like you play a venue and you fucking bail. So I've been to every goddamn city and state in the country.
You got all 50?
No, I've done about 43.
Oh shit! What are the 7 that you haven't been to yet?
Like, Hawaii, Alaska.
Wow, okay.
North Dakota, South Dakota, Montana.
Idaho?
Idaho.
One more.
Yeah, I just guessed. I think that's like that whole area.
Nebraska?
I think nobody here has been
I
to
think
the Dakotas.
I've been through Nebraska, honestly.
Okay.
So yeah, around 42, 43. But I started touring right out of high school, so I've been there. But then when I got older, I just want to revisit all these spots as an adult and enjoy it. Because checking into a venue, like last time I was in Vegas, we were playing at the Luxor House of Blues. And like we got out and it was like bus calls at midnight, show's over at fucking 11. You have an hour to go fucking play. So we just went right into the casino, spent all our money, got wasted, and then we're out. So going back and revisiting, I want to go back to New Orleans.
Oh, I love
A
Noah.
bunch of shit, yeah.
I want to go back to New Orleans too. I want to do that this year,
This year.
if I can.
Actually, it's been exactly a year since I last went there because I did a dance tour around Kehlani Lay's birthday, and that was a year ago. Last year, I remember that. It was
I'm like 3 years since I've been to New Orleans.
really?
Yeah.
Been a year for me. And then a year before that.
I love it down there. I could never live there, but I love it down there.
Yeah, I love it. It's nice. Yeah,
I was there the year after Katrina,
Holy shit.
but I haven't been back since. So like we're dying to go down there. Like me and my girl love like spooky shit.
Hell yeah.
My buddy Butch just opened a store there. Like we want to go down and like, so we sell with the Museum of Death as well.
Oh yeah.
Our products are available
Yeah.
at Museum of Death right over there. Mm-hmm. And they just opened up a new one in New Orleans.
Oh, that
and they
makes
sell our
sense.
shit as well. And they're opening a new one in Seattle, and they're gonna sell our shit. So we have like a
Nice.
contract with them for the 3 locations, which is pretty cool.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty rad, man.
So when do you want to go, man? Let's set it up. Let's do it.
I'll go. I don't give a fuck. Depends on your schedule. I sit in my underwear and pack orders for a living.
Fair enough.
What's a good temperature for?
I like going late September, early October.
Let's go earlier. Let's go for fucking Halloween.
See, that becomes a bit of a shit show.
Okay. So maybe early October we can all go. I'll
Yeah.
do whatever.
Well, we got
Halloween time, man.
that becomes such a shit show down there.
Yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
So many fucking tourists.
That's true. Actually, you're right about that. You're right about that.
See, it's gonna be a trick because I got my 2 weeks in Europe. Then a week after I come back, we got LA Podfest.
Oh my God, that's already coming up. Holy shit.
What is it?
The LA Podfest, the podcast
Yeah.
festival.
Where's that?
In downtown LA, we'll be pretty much drinking and podcasting in a hotel.
Really?
And it's a bunch of like big podcasts doing live shows. We'll be just doing content there while we get drunk.
Can I come?
Yeah, it's LA.
Please say no.
No.
Okay. Cool.
No, not allowed.
Right in the air. No. That's cool. LA has everything, huh?
Yeah, and we did. Well, I did LA Podfest last year, and it was really good times. We had fucking Todd Glass on.
Yeah, that dude rules, man.
Yeah, no, that was one of my favorite shows from the previous version of this show.
Todd, dude, I was on St. Mark's Street in New York City years ago, and I walked out of this bar. So I went to breakfast. Next to me at breakfast is the Broken Lizards dudes, like Farva and fucking whatever.
Nice.
From Super Troopers. And this is years ago. So, like, now I live in LA. I meet a lot of people. It's pretty gnarly. But back then, I'm like, holy fucking shit. It's them. Later that trip, we're walking down Houston Street. David Cross is in the middle of the road staring at a building. I'm like, I don't want to bug you, but you're David Cross in the middle of the street. My name's Eric. Like, nice to meet you, blah, blah, blah. And then later that day, same shit. Todd Glass was in the middle of St. Mark's Street just staring at a fucking building.
Same building?
No, different building. I'm like, you guys are, comedians are weird. Like, we all know, people that know them know that they're weird, but I'm like, you're like literally in space right now staring at a building. By the way, you're hilarious. And they're always like, yeah, thanks. That's like the comedian's response. Like, yeah, I know, thanks. And I can't even imagine it, man. I can't even fucking imagine it.
Todd went into a whole bit about his sister masturbating dogs.
What?
For what reason?
Because it was fucking funny.
And to him,
It was funny to me too.
masturbating dogs is funny.
The
I'm
way
not
he
gonna
told
argue
it.
with you. No.
The way he told it, it was really fucking funny.
Yeah, no. I'm trying to. I'm not judging. I'm wrapping my head.
Yeah, go back. It's still available on the RSS feed. Go back to the 288 episode with called Hurricane Todd Glass and Eric Olson.
Well, there it is. Download that.
Download that. You will hear Todd Glass tell hilarious fucking bits and completely shut me down when I try to put in my 2 cents.
Yeah. I love it. That dude's rules, man.
And we kind of ambush him is the best part. Because Dravenstar and I, my former co-host, for LA Podfest last year, because we know it wasn't going to be the normal long form thing we do, came up with, we were going to ask mainstream people stereotypical porn questions on air and not tell them that's what we were doing. Like, do your parents know what you do for a living?
Oh, yeah.
So Todd sits down and we just start hitting him with them. And at first he answers straight because he doesn't realize it's a bit.
Sure.
He's like, yeah, my parents know what I'm doing. And then like
I'm a silly goose.
it hits him and he's like, oh, you're doing a bit. Holy shit. You know, someone else wouldn't admit it, but I'll admit it. I didn't realize you were doing a bit. And then he just goes. And he fucking kills it.
Nice.
But he goes into this whole thing about his sister masturbating dogs, and I'm just piping in at one point, like, so what kind of lube does she use? And like, this is fucking serious business. Don't try to make a joke.
Oh my god.
It's like shot me down like I was a fucking heckler
Oh my god.
on my own fucking show. It was great. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah, that dude is so negative and hilarious. I've seen him with Louis and who the fuck else? I don't know, but I've seen him a bunch of times. I mean, I've seen every fucking stand-up comedian out here. And when I moved here initially, I was like, man, this is crazy. I can just go see all my heroes whenever I want. And then when I got involved with comedy, I'm just like working with these dudes, but I still have not met Chappelle, and it's driving me a little fucking crazy.
It'll happen. It'll totally fucking happen.
I met Bill, Louis, like all these fucking people via the goddamn Comedy Jam. Check out the Comedy Jam on Comedy Central. But like good friends of mine, they hook me up. I meet all these fucking heroes.
So what is your involvement with the goddamn Comedy Jam, if you don't mind me asking?
So I came out here and I did music and merch forever, and I grew my own brand of comedy via the internet, which is definitely for a futuristic thing. Like, I don't think stand-up comedians get the Instagram humor or the Twitter or the YouTube comedians. Like, it's a whole different scene for them. So I think initially they were just like, this is weird, you know? And then Bill Burr was drumming for the first Comedy Jam in this space, like the size of this room, like a 200 cap room. And I moved to LA and I'm like, I would love to go see that. And we went. It was awesome. And I was walking backstage, and the creator, Josh, who's a very close friend of mine now, was like, I fucking love that shirt. I was wearing the Taylor Swift shirt. And I'm like, I love your show, man. Like, fuck a shirt, man. Like, you just did a goddamn Guns N' Roses cover with Bill Burr. Like, who gives a fuck about my t-shirt, you know? So we hung out for a little bit, and then like a week later, I was going to Starbucks in front of my old house and reached for like a venti iced coffee, and he reached at the same time. We touched hands. This sounds so fake. And he was like, "You're the METHsyndicate, dude," and I was like, "You're the goddamn Comedy Jam, dude." And he's like, "What's up?" And we sat down, we had our coffees, and we talked. And he's like, "Dude, like, I love your shit. Like, we need merch. If you want to come to our shows and do merch and blah blah blah." We started talking, whatever, and then I started making merch for them. And I'm like, I'm not selling METHsyndicate shit at your shows. Like, I appreciate the offer, but that's weird. It's your event. Don't worry. I'm a fan, man. Like, if you want me to print merch for you and hang out and be a fucking roadie for you guys, that's incredible. So I do that. I don't really sell my own merch. I give away free stickers or whatever. But since then, they got a Comedy Central special, which is called the goddamn Comedy Jam. And then they got picked up for a season, and they had to change it to the Comedy Jam because I guess the Midwest was not stoked in the whole goddamn thing.
Yeah, the Midwest, the South, they're probably like,
yeah. So now they go out and they do festivals. So it used to be monthly. Now they're doing it about bi-monthly. So the next one is September 11th. Try to forget that date. But it's at the Roxy in West Hollywood, and it's going to be fucking really awesome.
I'm fucking down.
That's cool.
Yeah, you guys just roll with.
September 11th is coming up, dude. It's
Try to forget that name.
over.
I'm totally down because
Summer is
I don't leave for Amsterdam until the 17th, so yeah, fuck yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and they're killing it, man. And the live show's incredible. They opened up the last show with "Sabotage" by the Beastie Boys, and I'm like, there's
shit.
no way I can not get fired up when you open that. And like my best friend John, if people follow my Instagram, has been a major part of it forever. He's leaving LA in 2 weeks to go back to Boston
Why would he want to do that?
because he has great fun with me, but his own world is not that. And I don't know. He's very peculiar and just wants to. I love him. He can do whatever he wants, but he worships Bill Burr. And the last comedy jam we did last week, I was like, well, I'm going to miss you so much. We've been friends for 6 years. Come with me. And we went, I was like, this is going to be very intimate. And me, John, and Bill Burr at one point just sat in a room and just talked music.
Wow.
And he's very, I see the dude often, but I'm very like muted because I don't want to be a punisher or whatever. And I respect the dude so much. He's very much so lightened up to me and my girlfriend. But me and John rolled up without me and my girlfriend. And he was doing a Take This Job and Shove It by Johnny Paycheck as a song. So Bill's up in the green room being like, I'm going to do this song called Take This Job and Shove It. And John couldn't resist. He's like, by Johnny Paycheck? That's who sings it. And Bill was like, yeah. Like, you're the only person in the world who knows that. And initially I was like, John, when we go up to the green room, like,
Be cool. Be cool.
yeah, be cool. Do not burst out. But John will always listen. He's better than I am. He'll always listen, but he could not help it. And then Bill was like, "Fuck yeah!" Like blah blah blah. And it kind of opened the gate, and we sat down and hung out. And John was cool. And by the end of the night, he's like, "Holy shit! Like that was fucking mental, man. Like it's just crazy. The goddamn comedy jam, the GD comedy jam on Instagram. If you're listening, but they kill it. They have comedians go up and do a 10-minute set about a song that they like. And then they all come out and they do a cover of it. So they tell a joke about, oh, this is why I like this fucking song. Say It Ain't So by fucking Blink-182 or some shit. They tell the whole story about it, and then the band comes out and they do it. It's like a pretty cool concept.
Oh, it's amazing. Kreischer's story about doing Creed higher.
That was a wild night. I was there, obviously, and I did not even get tipped off because I don't even ask what's going on because I know everything, and I like to be excited. Mm-hmm. These days, everything's boring, so I'm like, don't even tell me what's gonna happen. So when me and Rebecca were there, and Scott Stapp came out, I was like, holy fucking shit, man! It was so fucking funny. And Bert's the man. We've hung out with Bert a couple times, but yeah, it was fucking gnarly. Chester Bennington did it too.
Oh, did he? Rest in peace, Chester.
Yeah. That was the last time I saw him. It's fucking obviously, but it was pretty gnarly getting that news.
Wow. That's a downer.
We're like, and we're going down a dark path. Yeah, I'm just kidding.
As we do.
As we always tend to do on this fucking show. Oh my god.
It's like we take a positive and then it just turns.
Like, okay.
I went to Chris Cornell's funeral.
No.
Stoned out of my mind. I was wandering around by myself. I got interviewed by Rolling Stone magazine, and I was so fucking baked. The guy was asking me way too many questions, and I was like fumbling them to the point where he was like, I think this dude's full of shit. He's like, when's the last time you saw Soundgarden? And I was like, in Massachusetts, but like definitely not in the early 90s. And he's like, yeah, like when, where? And I'm like, I fucking don't know. I have no idea. And he's like, cool, man. But he kept all the cool parts of the interview and published it in Rolling Stone, which is sick. But I remember walking away and being like, oh my God, this guy thinks I'm full of shit. Because literally every time he asked me a question, I was just like, I'm way too fucking stoned.
Why didn't you just tell him? Be like, dude, I'm fucking baked.
Yeah.
It's like, it might have been audio slave. I don't know. I'm doing.
It was Cornell solo.
It was Eddie Vedder from fucking that movie where the kid dies in a van. What was that fucking stupid ass Into the Wilderness or whatever?
Into the Wilderness. Into the Wild, yeah. Oh, no, it wasn't Chris Cornell. It was Lane Stanley. Fuck. Got my grunge mixed up, man. Oh, fuck.
Oh, my God. My neighbor was listening to Alice in Chains Unplugged the other day. And Alice in Chains is one of my favorite bands. This is a dude who, like, every time I smoke a cigarette outside, he slams a door and, like, screams. And I'm like, kind of fucking drug supporter are you, man? Like, you little bitch. He has, like, two, like, poodle white dogs that look like your nana. You know what I'm saying?
Drugs are cool as long as they don't affect him, obviously.
Yeah, as long as they can't smell cigarettes. I'm a fucking idiot.
Speaking of Alice in Chains, what is your favorite Alice in Chains album?
So this is a weird one, but Jar of Flies is my favorite Chains album.
Me too.
And I love the heavier shit, and I listen to punk and hardcore and love heavy music. But I think I got Jar of Flies on cassette, and I think Nutshell and Don't Follow and I Stay Away, and I think it's just a beautiful album. And I think
It's on my island list. Like it's stuck on Desert Island albums. Jar of Flies is on there. Rotten Apple is my jam. Like anytime that comes on.
Yeah.
Anytime.
Yeah, it's that album is like when I say that to people, they're like, "You're crazy," and I'm like, "No, it's not heavy, but like Alice in Chains wasn't meant to be technically heavy. They were meant to write music."
What, did they want fucking Dirt as their fucking...
I mean, everyone's gonna be like, when I see like hardcore bands now like write a song that makes sense and people bitch about it, I'm like, did you really listen to Territorial Pissings and then Something in the Way back to back and bitch? Like, let artists be artists and write their music. Like, you don't have to fucking be one thing. Like, if you're an artist, make what you want to make. And I think everyone's so focused on shit now that it's like, bitch, if someone goes off the limb.
And if you don't like it, don't support it with your money.
Yeah,
But don't question the artist's integrity for fucking making something different.
Yeah, I mean, Jesus Christ, they're having a good time. Like, do you really like? It's like towny shit. It's like, I have friends that never want to leave home that want to listen to the same fucking album forever. It's just, I guess that's common humanity mentality.
Well, people don't want to change. People don't like change.
Yeah, a lot of people don't like change.
Yeah, but like when I see like people in their 20s bitching about change, I'm like, if you're lucky, you got like another 50, 60 on your ass, and you might as well get used to it now, because if you don't keep up with the times, you're gonna be our parents. Like with the whole CDs and shit. Like, oh, what are these CDs? We had vinyls, blah blah blah. I get it when MP3s and iPods and all that shit happen.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's this? I love CDs. But if you don't keep up, like I'm 32 and I run a business off fucking Instagram. So I keep up with it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you don't, I'm sorry, and I understand that you don't like this, but like you're gonna get fucking left in the dust.
There's a reason CDs went away, because MP3s are better.
Yeah, I mean, Jesus Christ, yeah, they're not skipping. I can fucking listen to my iPod.
I don't have to have a fucking book.
Can you remember the last time you bought a CD?
Yeah. Last CD I bought, I was in Austin 2-3 years ago.
Okay.
Went into a physical record store and did something I hadn't done in years, which was buy a metal album completely based on album art.
What was it?
Neverosa Enemy, Neverosa, fucking, it's like My Own Worst Enemy or something. Is the album.
How long ago was this?
Like 2 years ago.
Oh, wow, okay.
Like Austin still has record
I
stores.
can't remember the last time I bought a fucking
Yeah,
CD.
I would buy like one local punk band and go through the thank you list and just like figure it out from there.
Yeah.
Last CD, I mean, I work for Newbury Comics, which is like a Massachusetts record company. I would buy like the Judgment Night soundtrack. Or
That is such a great soundtrack.
yeah, like shit that came through that I'm like, I probably need to own this. I would buy, but like my friends still collect vinyl and CDs, and like, I'm like, dude, I don't give a fuck. I'm sorry. It's the future.
I understand collecting vinyl, partially just for the fucking artwork. That is the one thing I will miss about digital media.
Sure.
Because that's something I used to do as a kid, as a metalhead kid, is go to Secondhand Tunes or Dr. Wax, which was another secondhand store in Chicago,
Yeah.
and go through their metal and import section and be like, I have no idea who this band is, but that cover art looks rad. That looks metal as fuck. I'll buy it. And found some bands I really got into purely based on album art.
Based on their album art.
I bought, so obviously I got older when the internet started existing. I could look up shit or know punk bands. But when I was really little, I was always gravitating towards, I loved grunge and shit growing up, and the Jerky Boys CDs came out. That era, like the early 90s. But I always loved Territorial Pissings, fucking Scentless Apprentice, like all the heavier songs on those albums. Without knowing punk rock existed, I was just gravitated towards. And when I got older, I went to Strawberries Records. Not older, probably like 11. And same thing, album artwork. I found Cannibal Corpse, Hammer Smash Face single, though, because CDs at Strawberries were like $17.99.
Oh, yeah.
And I had a paper route. So it was It was the Hammer Smash Face single with Zero to Hero Black Sabbath cover.
Still one of my favorite covers.
Yeah, and I bought it for like $6 and like loved it and like fell in love, and like probably 6 years later I was on tour with 6 Feet Under.
Fuck
nice.
yeah.
Yeah.
So are you a bigger fan of Barnes era or Corpse Grinder era Cannibal Corpse?
Barnes.
Me too.
We were me and my girl, we're pretty well connected in the music world. And last year we were drinking on the Cannibal Corpse bus, and Corpse Grinder was drinking a bottle of whiskey by himself, listening to Hank 3, singing out loud, and wouldn't even acknowledge anyone on the bus. And I was like, wow, this band is like much more sad than I pictured. I pictured like Ace Ventura, like the fucking scene. Like, yeah. And we got there, like, it's like, like I don't listen to Hank 3. I don't give a shit about that.
Yeah,
shit. But he's just sitting there pouring cups of whiskey, and I was like, hey, Rebecca. She's like, what's up? And I was like, we gotta go immediately because this is.
Weird.
They're all. I mean, he has kids, a wife. I'm sure it's context, but
I've heard nothing but good things about Corpse Grinder as a person, but
no. George was extremely nice. But it might have been very late in the night, but I remember
it might have just been an off night. People have them.
Yeah. It was weird though, especially buying a Cannibal Corpse CD when I was 11, and then at 30 years old, being like, "Yo, we're on their bus partying," and they're just like so sad.
Yeah, that would be really disheartening. Like
That's most behind the scenes shit in general, though.
True.
I guess when you get older, like people are like, oh, like everything you're doing all the shit you want. You live in your dream. You have a business. You run it on your own. You get to do all this cool shit. Then I realize it gets just more and more miserable, regardless how cool it is. So.
Well, you get jaded to it.
Yeah, you get used to it. You get a little jaded. I don't know. I smoke a lot of weed to not think about it, so I'm still.
Yeah, I was just like, on one hand, I'm used to it. I live it. On the other hand, it's like, this weekend I was like, I took a step back. I was able to take a step back for the weekend and be like, you know what? It's really not that bad. I'm on 2 all accesses for 2 shows I want to see.
Yep.
I'm doing rad shit. I am doing things that probably 90% of the American public will never get to do in their life.
That's like my life at this point, and I really do appreciate it, even if I seem grumpy. I'm never negative. I'm never like, fuck this is whack. Like, I fucking truly appreciate how far we've come and everything that I get to do. But if my girlfriend starts being like, I'm bored, I'm like, do you want to go in the crowd and drink ciders with like the 8,000 people waiting to take a piss, or do you want to sit here with me? And she's like, okay, never mind. Like,
yeah, no, I'm never negative. I'm like you. I'm never negative about it, but because it's become so commonplace, sometimes I do take it for fucking granted.
all day. And I make a point to not have an ego or to take shit for granted, because I really am lucky, especially where I came from, and like it's very cool that all this shit happened now. I try to fucking be humble about it and appreciate it, but the older you get, the more miserable you're gonna get regardless. So it's hard.
No, I'm right there with you, Cruz. You gotta be experiencing some of the same shit. It's just like, this is how life is.
Yeah.
You get bored. You're the same age, right? Do you get bored with life? Be honest. No, we're in it. Be honest.
Not really. I
Really?
mean, sometimes I'll go through phases where I'm just kind of like, nah, you know what I mean? I'll be perfectly content just hiding in the house and not leaving for like a week straight.
Sure,
You know,
sure.
like I go through those phases where I'm just kind of like, oh, it's whatever. You know what I mean? Like 4th of July, spend it at home playing video games, for example. You know what I mean? And usually, when if this was like 10 years ago, I'd be like having massive FOMO. Like, where's the party at? I have to
Sure.
fucking find the best party to go to and whatever. But yeah, I guess in a sense I do kind of get bored a little bit.
How often do you work a week at this point?
Well, I have a regular day job. I have a radio show on Sirius XM.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And aside from doing the podcast, I have an office job. I work in marketing at
Okay,
a nightclub
cool.
that I do 4 days a week.
Okay.
And then
I think last time I met you, you said you had a bill for that.
Yeah, because I do
upset.
bottle service.
Sure,
I do
sure,
bottle,
sure.
Yeah, so I also do bottle service at the same nightclub. So I do marketing in the office during the week. It's not full time. I'm in the office for like 4 hours. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But 4 days out of the week, I'm in the office, and then on the weekend I do bottle service. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got a schedule.
Yeah, I have like a schedule, which is really weird.
That's why you're a little more fucking.
But this is also the first time in 15 years that I have a set schedule.
And has it helped? Or is it worse?
I mean, like, I like it. I'm not gonna lie, I like it. I'm like, oh, okay, I feel like I'm actually doing something. You know what I mean?
Sure.
But coming from so many years, we're talking over a decade, 15 years of me like just working whenever I want to,
Sure.
doing whatever I want. Though the thing that sucks about it is like, for example, Matt's like, we're going to this show on Saturday. Fuck, I'm doing bottle service that night. I fucking
Okay.
can't. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So that's like the only thing that bothers me is that like now that I have a schedule and that I'm working and busy, it kind of cuts into my time that when I used to have free time to be able to do stuff.
Yeah, it makes sense.
But in the same sense, I like the whole like like kind of being responsible and aspect of it of like, okay, I'm
Sure.
actually doing something, but it's whatever.
I think it's like missing for me, like when I quit all my jobs to do METHsyndicate full time, like I gained like 15 pounds, and I'm like really lucky, like I love it, but like it becomes a 7-day weekend, and if you're not like a spazzy maniac, especially with like a fucking long-term relationship on the other end too, like it gets a little weird because you're just like, I can do whatever I want whenever I want.
That's what it was like for me.
And
yeah.
that gets depressing because nothing is like fun anymore. Like I could be in the coolest situation ever and be like, what time is it? And that's fucked
I've been
up.
there. I've been there before because 15 years of being in the business and stuff like that and working whenever I want
Sure.
to.
And
And
you're
have-
out now?
Like I stopped performing like over a year ago.
Okay.
So and then I've been working at this job for like the past year or whatever.
Cool.
But only just the past 3 months did I finally get the office job, doing marketing and stuff like that. I was just only doing bottle service. I still had a lot of free time because I was only working on the weekends. So just the last 3 months have been me going to the office, doing office stuff, and then clocking out and going home and all that kind of
Sure.
shit. But 15 years of not doing any of that shit, I would go out on a Monday night and then, Tuesday, let's go out again. I would be partying like 4 or 5 days in a row
pick up-
because I had so much freedom. Then it kind of eventually got to the point where I'm like, I think I'm going to stay home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And shit like that. So
Yeah, I work with
Yeah.
a lot of comedians now, and I'm like, I love to write and I love to create. I tried stand up for a little bit, but like I don't like stand up. I don't like being that guy telling the jokes. I'm zany enough, but I'm not the goofball guy. Nor would my look ever work for any normal people. They'd be like, what the fuck is going on?
Hey, Big Jay Okerson had a look like yours for quite some time.
I know, Jay. I know. Yeah, Rebecca took a photo with him. And be like, we have the same fucking haircut, same hairstyle. Yeah, that dude loves new metal, but he is a sweetheart. But like, yeah, I'm like, I want to write for cartoons and blah blah blah, and I'm like, Bill and my buddy Josh, who does the goddamn comedy jam we do merch for. Josh just did like a voice on F is for Family season 2.
Nice.
And I want to be like, fuck, man, like, get me in there to write for free. Not as a job. I make enough money off METHsyndicate. And if I suck within a week, tell me to fuck off. And then I will. But, like, I want something else to do to, like, use my mind. I'm a spaz. I want to use my mind all fucking day.
Hey, if they offer you entertainment money, take it.
Sure, but, like, you know what I'm saying? But, like, just to get a foot in, like, at this point, these dudes know I'm funny because they watch my shit online all day. But, like, I want to be like, no, like, I have so much more to offer than making, like, a spoofy Creed t-shirt or Smash Bros. Or whatever goofy shit I do. I'm 30. Sorry, I'm just looking at my phone. We're good.
The delivery guy's late.
Yeah, he is. We got about 40 minutes.
40 minutes still till the delivery guy shows? 40 minutes late.
Fucking, that's LA. That's LA.
It's like a goddamn porn chick.
yeah.
Certainly, I will happily take a refill, sir.
James, get in here and say hi. What's your YouTube called? Jamboozle?
Jay Boozle, yeah.
Jay Boozle?
Jay Boozy.
Jay-
It's BMOAMBCTZ.
He made that up. I love it.
Jamboozle.
Nice.
You know how to spell it.
You know how to spell
Sorry.
it. You
I've
good.
been like, I like super don't want to interrupt, but at the same time, it's so hard to like get drunk with 3 other people, but like it's like watching 3 other people have a conversation, and meanwhile I'm like on the corner being like I'm like the sideline guy, like, put me in, coach. Like, I'm just like looking at three people having a cool ass conversation. Meanwhile, I'm like fidgeting my ass off, being like, oh, I got so many cool things to say about that. But say it.
James, everyone. James.
That was James Force.
You know how to spell.
Huh?
Jamboozle, just in case.
Quick rebuttal.
Jambouzle, just in case.
Just in case, that's it, okay.
I'm a nobody.
Make our drinks, James!
Back to work, James. Back to work.
Lord have mercy.
Thank you, James. Because he has a proper name that really sounds like I was talking to a manservant. Thank you, James. I will take another cocktail.
Just like Jeffrey from Fresh Prince.
Yes.
It's James with a G. Yo, G! Games.
Oh, that's right, Jeff.
The ex-James.
Joffrey. Joffrey.
I restarted watching that.
Fresh Prince?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's such a shame they replaced Aunt Viv.
I know.
No, it's no good. It's like Beyonce. They made her lighter. Fuck that.
Oh yeah, that's right. They did.
What?
No, wait, never mind. Anyways, Fresh Prince when they replaced the
Aunt Viv?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was just confused about the Beyonce comment.
Oh, they did the same with her. Beyonce, when she came out with, what was her fucking group?
Destiny's Child.
Destiny's Child.
Yeah. She was just a sexy black lady, whatever. And then the more she put more and more albums out, they photoshopped her skin lighter and lighter. It's pretty fucked up.
That is pretty fucked up.
It's actually really fucked up.
Yeah.
She was so hot in Destiny's Child, too.
She's hot, man.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus fucking. I don't get it. I mean,
You don't get how hot she is, or
no, I don't get why people think like that. Like, or change her fucking image or whatever.
Like they feel like they have to do that or something. Like, no, you don't have to do that.
Yeah,
No.
I hate politics, but I feel like it definitely leans in that area of awfulness. Yeah, there you go. Where's my your thingy?
Oh, I see it on the counter over there.
Son of a bitch!
yeah, no, I would totally bang Beyonce in front of Jay-Z. Damn the consequences.
Any I don't know how do you guys free flow all this shit? The podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
New bands. Any new music you guys are into? I'm a nerd. I'm a music nerd.
Nothing new for me, unfortunately. The problem is,
All music too.
well, the problem is because I don't listen to the fucking radio. I don't get exposed
fuck
to
the radio though.
I don't get exposed to new shit anymore. It
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah, I'm the same way because I work from home. Rebecca works at the bar. She'll come home doing new songs or whatever. I watched television for the first time the other day because I have streaming shit. Mm-hmm. The commercials, I was like, these are all goofy now. Like, I didn't get it. And I was like, why are all these commercials goofy? And I'm like, because you don't watch TV, you fucking idiot. It's been that way.
Yeah, commercials have gotten stupid.
What's the funniest commercial you've seen recently?
I can't think of one.
Have you? I saw this one video. Man, I wish I could fucking remember what it's called. But it was like this string of commercials from like Europe, like non-American basically, or they make no sense. They make no sense at all for what the commercial is for. You know, like for example, there's one in Asia. Can't remember what part of Asia, but it was a commercial. The commercial is basically a bunch of Asian dudes in a shower, right?
Real quick, Cruz.
Huh?
Before you continue, are you saying that you couldn't find that country on the map?
Oh my god!
Shit.
I couldn't help myself. Sorry. Please continue. I had to get that in.
Anybody listening will probably understand that reference. Anyways, so no, like it looks like it could be a prison shower. You know what I mean? Like the way the video
listening.
pans out is like it's a bunch of bigger Asian dudes with towels, and they're all eyeballing this tiny little Asian dude who's walking in with his towel, like he's the new one in the group or whatever, and he's kind of looking, and they're all kind of looking at him like, you know, better not fucking drop the soap type shit.
Sure.
And then
Trying to F&A.
yeah, and then all of a sudden he goes to take a shower and he does drop the soap, right? So then you're like, where the fuck is this commercial going? You know what I mean? So he goes to pick up the soap and he's scared because all the guys are like who's gonna get it first? Who's gonna get it first? And then when he turns around, he pulls out some candy bar. And then all of a sudden, all the guys get happy, and then he splits the candy bar. So the commercial was for a fucking goddamn candy bar. So what does a bunch of Asian dudes in a shower, a prison shower, have to do with a goddamn candy bar?
So what you're telling me is He pulled the candy bar out of his asshole.
I guess. 'Cause
Oh yeah, where did he get it from?
Yeah, he dropped the soap.
Was
and
it wrapped?
You watched him drop the soap, but then when he comes back up, magically it's a fucking
So he
candy
just
bar.
actually fed them a piece of shit.
I don't know. It was really weird. Then there was like another one that looked very sensual, like, oh, is this a commercial for a condom or something? Like very, very sensual, like a couple. I think this was like a French commercial or something.
What's a
somewhere in Europe.
condom?
I know, right? Exactly.
It's been a while. Do you guys know that song "Been a While" by Stains about wearing a condom?
We just fucking talked about this like on a recent episode. I feel like about condoms.
Aaron Lewis does not wear condoms. He has music to prove it.
That's fucking. But no. Then there's this one commercial where there's like this man and this woman like in a very hot, steamy kind of like, oh shit, this is kind of hot and sexy, whatever. And then it's a commercial for like dog food.
Yeah,
Like-
the shit's all over the
Like
place.
like all the
man.
commercials make no sense. You're like, what the fuck does it even mean? And then like they're going at it, and then all of a sudden there's a dog in the corner. Oh wait, did we forget to feed
weird.
the dog?
It's weird growing up like loving comedy. Like I grew up with like SNL and Living Color and Mad TV and like shit like that.
Oh, yeah.
And, by like 2006-07, which is 10 years ago now, Tim and Eric
crazy,
came out.
right, when
And
you
I
think about
loved
that.
Tim and Eric. I thought it was so unique and weird. And it wasn't for everyone, obviously. But now, 10 years later, I'm watching all these new comedians and shit, and James is showing me all this shit, and I'm like, they all just sound like Tim and Eric to me. But it's the progression of, you obviously are influenced by certain shit.
Sure.
But even like with the Old Spice commercials, Eric Wareheim directed a few of them, and everything's just like awkward and weird now. So watching commercials the other day, I'm like, is everything like alt comedy or is everything fucking Tim and Eric like esque shit? I don't get it anymore. And like, good if it is, but like, if it gets too silly, it's way too fucking silly.
Yeah, where you're like,
you get to the
okay,
point where it's like
took this a little too far there.
it's anti-comedy. You're like not.
Yeah,
even
you're like, okay, it's not
funny.
even funny anymore. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it just gets surreal.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's good that one person did that, but we don't need 10 other people.
Poorly imitating it.
Yeah, it's like having like 10 Frank Zappas. Like imagine how awful that would be.
Excuse me, I need to go throw myself off a balcony.
Exactly. Your roof door's open.
Yeah, just
A sweet six stories.
sweet 6 stories.
Yeah, it's weird.
I'll land on my face. I probably won't make it.
Yeah, shit's weird, man.
Make sure to use my life insurance money for an awesome party.
Guys, move in.
Talk to my roommate. I'll be dead.
All right. Cool.
I mean, you'll have to take on my responsibilities as the co-host of this podcast.
Oh my God.
That's fine.
I remember when I used to live in downtown, speaking of jumping off buildings, not to take this on a dark path once again, it just reminded me when you
Do
said
it.
fucking I used to live next to the Standard in downtown LA at the Pegasus,
Yep.
And I remembered walking out my building and I see all this police tape and all these cops and shit. I'm like, what the fuck happened? And they're like, some 21-year-old jumped off the fucking Standard rooftop pool, and I'm like, what? And they're like, yeah, we don't know. He's a John Doe.
From the pool?
Well, the rooftop is where the pool is, so I'm guessing that's where, because from where it happened, it was on my street on Flower Street. So where he landed and jumped, that was where the Standard rooftop pool
I would
is.
never kill myself at a rooftop pool. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah. It's
Well,
just
if I'm
weird.
going to kill myself at a rooftop pool, I'm going to drown in the pool.
Yeah, I didn't kill myself on Matt's rooftop, and he doesn't have a pool, but
The night's young.
the night is young.
Yeah.
That's very young.
Sorry, Rebecca.
You remember the KTLA guy? Sorry, Rebecca. The KTLA guy climbed that last.
Yeah, no, I was on the roof when that happened.
Okay, so you've lived here for a while. Me and Matt are neighbors. We ran down. So
Wait,
Bill
what
Burr-
happened? I don't know what
So
happened.
the
You guys are gonna-
KTLA sign is right down the street.
Yeah.
You can see it
I
from-
see that. Yeah.
Yeah, we're totally giving the location away of the
It's
secret
fine.
hot.
No,
It's big enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not really worried.
This dude climbed to the 5 on it and was going to jump off. And Bill Burr was actually live streaming on Twitter, or his buddy was.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like laughing, filming the news. And because I don't have cable, I see like shit on
Yeah,
Netflix
yeah.
and shit.
On social
like this
media.
guy's fucking on the fucking KTLA sign, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, holy shit. I can see it from my house. So me and Rebecca ran down, like, holy fucking shit. And we got there, crowd. I'm from Boston. Guy's wearing a Celtics hoodie. I'm cracking up. And he's standing there, like, ready to jump. And, like, we're morbid. We make morbid shit. And for a second, I was like, if this dude jumps, we're gonna watch him straight up die, explode, and you're never gonna forget that.
Yeah.
And Rebecca was like, holy shit, you're right. And I was like, so I don't want to be a bitch, but like maybe we should go home. Like it sounds fun. Like holy shit, it sounds fun. But when you get there and it's
you think about it and you're like,
fucking real.
we're
as
about
fuck.
to watch this
A guy
dude
died.
die.
A guy fucking
literally,
exploded.
yeah.
I was like, let's go home. He got talked down. It was worked out or whatever. But like we joke about death and suicide in the company as well too, just because I feel like if you don't joke about that, you're probably penting it up and being awful. But yeah, waiting for that dude to bounce his head off the fucking concrete. I was like, let's go eat steakums at home or some shit.
Honestly, my roof got more use that night than it has in the whole time I've lived here.
So everybody just basically
The whole fucking building went up to the roof.
Wow. God.
We have
So
a clear.
nobody. So I am judging by this whole conversation. Nobody here at this table right now has ever witnessed someone die or been in a room when someone died.
I have things I cannot talk about on the air. I'm sorry, but I've seen some pretty bad shit. I would say an actual death.
Yeah.
I've seen someone get clubbed badly with a hammer to the point where
Yeah.
they're not okay. But death, I've seen a dude get shot, didn't die. I've seen a dude get stabbed, didn't die. I've seen a dude get beat, didn't die. No deaths on record.
Damn, Matt.
I had to deal with the aftermath of one of my friends getting shot in the face and neck.
Oh my God.
And
Okay, explain if you don't mind. Or
Well, let me grab my drink.
yeah, I'm holding mine right now. Shit. Go
so
on.
this is in my armed security days. Buddy of mine was working Northwest Indiana. We get a call that he had gotten shot on the job. Me and someone from management are the first people to respond. We're the first people on site. He had gotten shot in the face and neck coming out of a store.
Jesus fucking Christ.
And this is August in Chicago. And by the time we got there 45 minutes to an hour later, the pool of blood he left was still wet.
Yikes.
They hand me, this is how long ago this is. They hand me a Polaroid and say, take photos. And this is not like just some anonymous coworker.
Yeah.
This is a dude I used to drink with.
Wow.
And they actually had to airlift him out of there. And what's super fucked up is one of the nurses stole his credit cards and started using them because they were sure he wasn't going to make it.
Wow. Oh, man.
That was Chicago, right?
Yeah.
That adds up.
Wow.
Well, what's fucked up is the police are like, your credit cards are getting hit all over Northwest Indiana. The dude who shot you must have taken them. And then they found out it was a nurse.
What a cunt.
Damn.
Because they were sure he wasn't going to make it. I mean, my boy Hank is a bad motherfucker. Because after getting shot in the face and neck, he kind of, 30 seconds later, stands up, sticks his thumb in his own neck, takes 5 steps outside before he face plants from blood loss.
Oh, my God.
Called it in himself.
Yikes, dude.
And I know all
What year was
this.
this?
It had to be 06.
Okay, so that's like a Razor flip phone. There's no Siri or anything.
Yeah, no, there's no Siri.
You
There's
gotta
no.
dial 911.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the reason I know all this is they had this all on the fucking security footage. You get to watch the whole fucking thing go down. Pretty much, he walks into a vestibule. He opens the door of a vestibule. There's a dude waiting there, pretending to talk on the customer service phone. As Hank steps in, the dude forearms him into the wall, shoots him twice, grabs the bag, and runs out the door. I mean, it was over before the inner door of the vestibule closed.
Damn.
He never had a fucking shot.
That's crazy. My old roommate in Boston, me and Rebecca's old roommate, got whizzed by drive-through shit, whizzed in the side of the face, and it only scooped his ear. Imagine that. Imagine getting shot in the face, and it only. He's not even
Only
deaf.
just takes
He's not even deaf in one ear. He just kind of can't hear out of it. And I'm like, damn, dude. He's such a positive dude. He's such a nice dude. And I'm like, I don't think I would do anything if I got shot in the face. Technically, I don't think I'd leave my fucking house, to be honest. And this guy is just when me and Rebecca started dating, she went to fucking Florida or something. She let me stay with him. He's like, oh, you like Wu-Tang? You like Gravediggers? You like fucking this and that? And I'm like, fuck yeah. And he's the sweetest fucking dude who's been shot in the fucking face.
God.
He doesn't even You know, and he doesn't talk about it. It's not like the bane
Yeah.
of his existence where every time he gets drunk he needs to talk about it. He
Yeah,
doesn't even
yeah.
fucking bring it up, which I love.
Yeah, so he doesn't have like a it's not something.
There's no
that, like-
animosity. There's no
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
this is like my life's fucking work now. Is I can tell everyone when I get drunk I got shot. He doesn't even bring it up, and I'm like, homie, I love you. Like you got shot in the fucking head, and you're just like,
Yeah, that's life.
you want to listen to 36 Chambers?
It's almost like he's like, shit happens.
You like Twin Peaks? Like, oh.
I mean, you never know how you're really going to react to that till it fucking happens to you.
Yeah, true.
Like my boy Hank, he made a full recovery. He actually came back to work the minute he got out of physical therapy. And another robbery went down while he was on the job, and he immediately tried to respond to it by himself. I'm like, dude, stop. Dude, you need to bring someone with you.
Fuck.
Yeah, I mean, he's still doing that kind of work to this day. And he has 2 scars to fucking show for it. That's it. Like, just boom, boom.
Jesus.
Oh, he got fucking lucky because the guy used fucking range rounds, and the one that hit him in the face fucking hit his chin and traveled around and went out.
So it was like
So one hit him in the chin and went out of his neck. That one ruptured his carotid artery,
that
actually.
just went shh like that, right?
Yeah, that one actually ruptured his carotid artery. And the one in his neck got lodged in his shoulder blade.
Oh my god.
And that's actually, if you ask him about the story, he's like, I was actually chasing after the motherfucker, but the one in my shoulder blade stopped me from being able to pull my gun. Because I know some crazy people.
Sure. Yeah, same. That's why I can't talk about him on the podcast, but yeah, pretty gnarly shit.
No, I flat out told him, like, if I was in that situation, I'd be dead. Because I would not have had the peace of mind to stick my thumb in my neck.
Yeah.
Right?
But like, oh my God!
Yeah, seriously.
Splurted blood, just dead.
And that's how Cruz
Dead.
died.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so that's how Slayer took a bullet and died.
There he is.
He was like, all right, let me just plug this thing real quick.
Oh no, from what I was told, he was so calm on the phone with the dispatcher, they didn't even realize what he was calling in about at first.
Oh my god.
He was just like, yeah, I'm at this mall. I got shot. They're like, oh, wait a minute. What did you just say?
He's like, with
Where did you
with a
get
bullet.
shot? The leg? He's like, no, in the face. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Don't worry, I got my thumb in my neck.
Yeah, I'm plugging the hole, but wait, hold on a second.
Yeah, I mean, dead serious. I will never forget that sight till the day I die. There's a pool of blood, still wet in the middle of the summer sun. His flip phone flipped open, covered in blood.
Jesus.
His razor.
Yeah, it was like a Nextel.
It was a pink
It
razor.
was a Nextel, but
Whatever. The
Yeah.
beep beep.
yeah,
Where you at?
yeah. Dying. I'm dying. Beep, beep.
Dying. Can you hear me?
Oh my god.
So that was like 2004.
Well, it's 06, but close enough. Close enough. But yeah, it was just like, holy shit. And I did that job for 12 years.
God damn.
Thankfully, I never shot anyone.
Thankfully, you never shot anyone.
I played a show. Oh, you guys got me drunk. I played.
It's what we
a
do.
show years and years ago, and people at hardcore shows mosh and it's goofy and whatever.
And they fucking kung fu dance.
Yeah, and there's always people there. We were playing a bad part of Brockton, and there's white boys moshing for us. It was actually Romans is his own beast. I can't talk about it on this, but this other place after that, and we were playing, everyone's moshing, and some dude got busted into, and I remember it was like during the breakdown where I'm supposed to be like, all right, here we go, some stupid ass shit like that, and this dude straight up from the bar just took out his gun because someone hit him, and I just remember dropping the mic and be like, oh, like we're not, because some people are like, yeah, I'm gonna continue the breakdown because everyone's going crazy. I remember Brendan and Rob and everyone were like rocking. And I remember catching this dude, like, reaching in his belt. And I dropped the mic. And just stopped the song. I was like, yo, you're at a hardcore show with 60 people. I'm like, if you want to put your life on the line from that, like, that's the most goofy shit I've ever seen. I was like, you need to fucking get the fuck out of here. Or give that to the bartender and continue your fucking... Take your gun when you leave. But I was like, you gotta understand, we're a bunch of little idiots at, like, fucking 25 years old or 18 or whatever the crowd was. I'm like, if a fucking idiot hits you, like, you're really gonna put your life on the line with a fucking situation like that. And I was like, it was like, it's weird to tell now, but it was like, we've seen a lot of mental shit, like beatdowns, fucking whatever, but actually witnessing a dude reach in his belt and take out a fucking handgun while my band that was not that popular was playing for like 60 people. I was like, this is like way too fucking silly. And
You probably saved some kid's life, though.
almost definitely. Yeah, it was fucking mental, man. I just don't understand anger in that sense. When there's 8 billion people in the world, you can fucking pump the brakes. Like,
Well-
you're never going to get along with everyone. Pump the brakes.
Well, and the thing about it is, like, in a situation like that, if you feel the need to fight a kid, go fight a fucking kid.
Yeah, especially if you're a dude that's carrying. I'm sure you could fucking clock a fucking motherfucker.
Well, maybe not. That might be why you're carrying.
In my situation,
True.
definitely,
Maybe. I
yeah.
don't know.
Because, I mean, the fucked up part about it is there's a statistic where violent...
You're from Chicago, that's why. The most violent shit. Hands down.
Other than Detroit. Sorry.
Or New Orleans.
I'm not speaking, Mike. I'm trying to.
James said off mic Detroit. Or New Orleans. New Orleans actually has much more murders per capita than Chicago does.
Really?
Chicago just has a much higher population.
I was just talking earlier about going there.
We all
We're
were.
doing a fuck that.
Whatever.
Museum of Death.
It doesn't matter. I mean, yeah, it has a high murder per capita. People still live there. It's not like everyone's fucking dead. You can't live your life in fucking fear of
Hey,
that
I
shit.
was born and raised in Stockton. Y'all can just shut up.
What is that?
Stockton is in Northern California.
See, I told you, I'm a Cali poser.
Forbes magazine listed Stockton as number 2 most miserable place to live in the United States. It had the most murders than, I think, for a while, the most
What's it near
murders.
major city-wise?
What's that?
What's it near?
It's near Sacramento,
Okay,
the capital.
So, yeah, okay, so yeah.
It's like
north
east of San Francisco, east of the Bay Area. Every time people find out that's where I'm from, they instantly assume that I'm like from the ghetto, and I'm like, look, I may have been born and raised in Stockton, but it's not like the entire city is fucking gangster
That's
ghetto,
everything,
whatever. You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like I grew up I went to a Christian private school with a bunch of white kids. You know what I mean? Like,
Sure.
but yeah, Stockton people instantly equate that to being fucking ghetto, but it was because they had like the murder rate up there was
Issues,
pretty
yeah.
bad.
Well, no matter how bad a murder rate is in a city, there's generally overwhelming factors to that. And the likelihood of you being a tourist and getting fucked with, looking like us, pretty low.
Sure.
We don't look like we got fucking money. We're not stupid and be like, woo, rob me.
Yeah.
We're not gangbangers, so we're not going to be in a neighborhood like, yo, got that shit?
That's that be cool.
Hey, you wearing red, nigga? Oh, sorry. Can you please?
I didn't say it.
Hey, I'm a person of color. Can you edit that? Thanks.
Maybe. I might.
Oh man.
But either way, a lot of Chicago's murder rate
Oh fuck.
actually comes from the fact that there's no trauma center in some of the most high crime neighborhoods in Chicago.
Yeah.
It's super fucked up because these are low income neighborhoods and people that were using the trauma centers couldn't afford to pay their medical bills. The private hospitals closed the trauma centers.
Yeah, so we went to,
Riot Fest?
yeah, what park was that? Douglas?
Douglas, yeah.
Hospital right next door.
Didn't have a trauma center, I bet.
No, it was fucking crazy. And our Uber driver was like, you sure you want to get out here?
Oh, yeah. No.
Oh wait, where was this?
Well, so
Chicago.
Oh, in
So
Chicago. Yeah.
Riot Fest moved from Humboldt Park, which is still not a super great neighborhood, to Douglas Park, which is a less great neighborhood.
So we went down and the guy's like, you good? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I'm an old toughian. We're fine. On the way out, though, we saw an Uber get straight up jacked, gunpoint for their phones, all the shit. And, like, we just, like, walked as far as we could north, called it, and just bailed, man. That's like the whole fucking, what's Homeboy's name? Who made that shit popular? Oh, god damn it. Sorry, you might have to edit this. Chicago fucking...
Talking about Common?
No. I saw Common a couple weeks ago actually walking in my neighborhood, so that doesn't count. Holy shit. The fucking, I don't know. Who fucking knows? The dude from fucking... You might have to edit this. Oh, I gotta get my point, though. The dude who did That's a Shit I Don't Like.
Not Kanye.
No, look up Shit I Don't Like. Sorry, you can edit this.
Chief Keef?
Chief Keef. from the most violent block of Chicago, according to him. According to him.
Of course, it's according to him.
But we were very close to that when we were there, and the guy was bringing it up and being like, "Oh, little kid got like drive-by, like shot in the fucking head here," and blah blah blah. I'm like, I'm just trying to see the Misfits, homeboy. Like, I'm sorry, that's how shitty life is, but
No, there are definitely bad neighborhoods in Chicago. But as long as you're not a fucking idiot and you're not part of the game, the likelihood of you getting fucked by it, pretty low.
sure.
I mean, hell, one of my friends last week drunkenly got into what he thought was an Uber.
Oh my God.
Oh, I saw that, dude. I fucking told my girlfriend, make sure you check the fucking license plate. Sorry, go.
And yeah, he got in the wrong fucking car and they started driving the wrong direction. He's like, hey man, my the map says my thing is, and dude pulled a gun out. I'm like, give me,
What?
yeah.
Yeah, I always check the license plate and then I ask the name. I'm like,
Well,
It's nice when you're fucking on one.
no, he's on one.
Yeah.
And no offense to my homie, he's from Central Illinois. He was out here for work. So he ain't down with big city shit.
Of course.
So what happened? The driver pulled a gun on him.
The passenger, it should have been a red flag the minute he got into what was not a pool and there were two people in it.
Yeah. So then what happened? The passenger pulled the gun on him.
Pulled the gun on him, said, give me your cash. He's like, do you want my phone? They're like, nothing traceable, just give us your cash.
Holy shit.
So he gave him the cash, they let him go. He ended up having to walk further than they originally picked him up from.
They were ballsy because he could have easily like got their license plate and then fucking
Temp tags. It was on a dealer plate, which is definitely a red flag.
I've noticed there's like a million people without license plate in the back of their car right here. Do you know anything about that legally?
Legally, you have like a month.
But like Massachusetts, they're like, you need both. And out here, I'm like, there's motherfuckers driving by me all day that have nothing.
It just doesn't get enforced all that well.
On that note, on La Brea, about 10 years ago, I was leaving a grocery store, and someone that looks like Tyrese got in front of my car. And I said, get out of my way, you Tyrese-looking motherfucker. And then he looked up, and it was Tyrese.
I'd hope Tyrese looks like a Tyrese-looking motherfucker. Just
That's really.
I got a million stories like that I can't say out loud, but that's one I can definitely say.
Oh my
And
God.
he looked at me like, and I was like, oh.
It is.
so, Eric,
Peeled out.
what you're saying is you want to do shots and tell some stories?
I mean, Jesus, if you want
That's
to do another
really
one.
fucking funny.
Tyrese, if you're listening.
I love you. Sorry you broke the Dre thing.
It's all good.
That's really funny though.
That is really fucking funny.
Screamed it at his fucking face, man.
But it actually is about that time. It is last call.
It's last
Cool.
call.
Very cool.
Damn,
beans.
it's been fun having you on the show, man.
Yeah, I like the free form. I like the just talking at the end of the bar.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Where can we find you online? Where can people buy your awesome shit?
So, it is at METHsyndicate.com. I named the company off a crazy dude in my hometown when I was a kid. And then the company blew up and I got stuck with it. Do not send me pictures of you smoking meth. that has happened.
God damn it! There goes my night.
I don't smoke meth. It is a funny, zany company. And
Can I send you a picture of me eating meth?
yes, that's fine. Just don't smoke it.
Well, alrighty.
Yeah, that's it. Check out Matt. Check out Annie. I'm glad you had me on.
METHsyndicate.com. You can find him also.
METHsyndicate.com, yeah.
You're on Instagram too at METHsyndicate, correct?
If you Google Meth Syndicate in general,
Yeah,
it'll
you'll
just
find
be me.
everything.
You'll watch his awesome fucking videos. I'm amused by him all fucking day.
That's amazing.
if you guys
I just
like-
started following you, so I'm gonna get all
we'll
up
do
on
that
it.
in about 10 seconds.
Slayer, where can we find you?
You can find me at Matt_Slayer on Twitter, Matt Slayer on Instagram, Matt Effin Slayer on Facebook, Matt Slayer on Snapchat. You can always find the podcast at Now We Drink. If you know anybody at AVN, tweet at them that I should be best non-sexual. We're starting a campaign, motherfuckers.
There we go. And you guys, you can find me at Twitter at Annie fucking Cruz, on Instagram at Annie Cruz, AnnieCruz.com for all my mainstream stuff, AnnieFuckingCruz.com for all your naughty stuff. You can find us at AndNowWeDrink.com, at AndNowWeDrink on Twitter, at AndNowWeDrink _ on Instagram. Of course, you can find us on SoundCloud, Stitcher, Laughable, everywhere else. Give us 5 stars, love us, hate us, whatever.
And before we sign off, James has some more plug-in.
If you've been keeping up with METHsyndicate for the past month, I've had a little sidekick of mine who is honestly one of my best friends in the world. If you want to shout out anything, your YouTube, whatever.
I shouldn't even be here right now. I shouldn't be alive.
Get the fuck out.
But yeah, I should probably get the fuck out of here because that's usually my thing. But you can, catch me at the nearest Chuck E. Cheese or Laser Zone. But if you don't catch me there, you can catch me at Jamboozle on Instagram. That's JAMBOUZLE. Thank you.
Shout out to the homie. All right, guys.
Love you guys. I love you so much.
I think it's time for some off-air drinking. Night all.
Night.
Good night.